Great, mighty, and revered God, the Most High God, who bestows loving kindness and blesses all things. Remember the pious deeds of the patriarchs, the Most High, slow of anger, great in kindness, forgiving iniquity and transgressions, but will by no means clear the guilty. Visit iniquities of fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generation. The Most High, the work is perfect for all his ways of justice, God of faithfulness, and without iniquity, judgment by his seed. Giving due respect and honor to a head of Israel, Nasi Eleazar, to the chief men, princes, brothers and sisters, assembled to the tongue of our forefathers, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, God.
This is the Sabbath day. The Sabbath day which comes every 7 days. Every 7 days we were ordered to congregate and assemble. To congregate is an assembly of people, a gathering of people. So I should see every Israelite coming by to congregate. If you ain't sick, dead, or in the hospital, I should see you every week. But I see the Israelite today, and the same Israelite, or the same person that claimed the heritage of God, or the same person that says he is a law-abiding citizen that abides himself by the laws of God, I see him one Shabbat, and I don't see him for another 2 months. So what law are you doing? What law are you doing? We cannot observe the Sabbath day being home. We cannot observe the Sabbath day on the job. We cannot observe the Sabbath day doing your pleasure or your desires, doing anything other than what the Most High prescribed. We can't observe the Sabbath day like that. Come on. Because there are rules.
Another day for counting. Yeah? Keep quiet. I'm gonna start pissing. Keep quiet. One of them Jews that kids I get that none of that. They don't. When we walk up to my house and down there, we play, when we take it to the park. Yeah, you don't do that, you hear me? Stop popping up the food before I bark and lash on you. Did y'all do that? You gotta make kids do that. You get crack. Get crack upside your head. You hear me, boy?
There's rules and regulations to observing this day. We can't observe this day no other way than what it says or prescribed inside this book. Any other way, you're off track. But with no further ado, I will now continue, and I'm going to call up the first speaker and teacher of the day, Chief Mikhail Ben Level.
Giving all praises to the God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob. With all respect to the prince men, mothers in Israel, brothers and sisters, I bid you on the tongue of our forefathers. Shabbat Shalom. The first stop is going to be in the book of the law. Exodus chapter 32, verse 30. This is the base. This is the foundation. This is what Israel is supposed to be all about. Never mind where everybody's come from. Never mind who's the true seed. That don't matter. Because the children of Jacob in the Old Testament, they went against the laws. The Most High made a covenant with them and they went against it. So it's about the law. It's about keeping these laws. It's about keeping these laws and applying it to you. Once you start going off, you're not going to be in these laws no more. You're not going to be performing them. You're not going to be living in them like you were commanded to. Right? Tell you. Exodus chapter 32, verse 30.
Exodus chapter 32, verse 30. And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses said unto the people.
Matter of fact, back up to 19. Back up to verse 19.
And it came to pass, as soon as he came nigh unto the camp, that he saw the calf and the dancing.
Moses, this is Moses. He said when he came down, this is after he came down. He was up in the Mount Sinai, Mount Horeb. And the Sinai Peninsula is still there today. Moses was there, communing with the Most High God. He stepped up into the fire. The mountain was on fire. The whole mountain was on fire and hopping and skipping. Okay?
That's right.
And he said, Moses, he said, look, you go up there and you speak to God. He said, because we're going to die. We can't go there. The borders is there, remember? The borders was put there, right? To keep them away from the foot of the mountain. That's right. To keep their herds, their flocks, their oxen from straying off and going in. The Most High said, anyone who goes near the border, will get shot through. Meaning they're going to get shot. Whatever Most High hit them with is going to be like a projectile, like a gun, like a slingshot. They'll be sent after you, it's going to shoot through you. You're going to die immediately. That's right. He said, anybody come there is well guarded, you're going to get hit. So they said, look, you go, you can go. You got classified immunity. You can speak with God, so you go, as we die. So after the 40 days and 40 nights up there, Moses came down, and this is what he saw, what was going on.
And Moses' anger waxed hot, and he cast the tables out of his hands and brake them beneath the mountain.
And he said, as soon as he came near the camp, he saw the calf, right? And the dancing. The dancing is the party. The party was into, and they got up to play. Okay? They wasn't playing board games.
Oh no.
All right, tell she.
No, it wasn't. And he took the calf which they had made, and burned it in the fire, and ground it to powder, and strawed it upon the water, and made the children of Israel drink of it. And Moses said unto Aaron, what did this people unto thee, that thou hast brought so great a sin upon them?
He said, what did they do to you
that
made you do this? What happened? So, I was taught that every action causes an equal opposite reaction. Moses knows that. He said, man, you ain't gonna just up and do this. What did they do to you to make you cause them to sin? A great sin, not just, look, this is a great sin.
A great sin. They pressed them, man.
They pressed them hard. They pressed them so hard. They said, when they rose up and they came to Aaron, when you're president, what are you going to do? Church of Most High. Levites dead.
Stop him, right? But you don't want to do that because you're a righteous man. And then stop. Get up. Move up there. I know it, dude. They want to be about stop. Stop up. I want to play. Stop. God told him, but girded the man's sword. So go to the camp and slay them. That's all he's supposed to do. That's all he's supposed to do. And then you're Christian. That's what? You got soldiers. You didn't have no 50 or 100 either. Thousands of them. Tell them stop. hold him. It just dropped. Moved through the crowd. That's what I'm saying. It's dropped. I don't care how many of them was. Anybody could have took me. Anybody could have took me. Took me.
And he took the calf which he had made, and burned it in the fire, and ground it to powder, and strawed it upon the water, and made the children of Israel drink of it. And Moses said unto Aaron, what did this people do unto thee, that thou hast brought so a great sin upon them? And Aaron said, let not the anger of my Lord wax hot. Thou knowest the people that they are set on mischief.
He said, you know that they are set on.
You know they set on mischief.
They always scheme.
Uh-huh.
They don't follow rules.
Uh-huh.
They're always going against.
Uh-huh.
They got their own regime. They go by the imaginations of their wicked heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that means when you go by the imagination of the wicked heart? Lies.
Yeah.
It's not true. It's imagination.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with you. You don't need psych meds or nothing. You're not hallucinating. You're not seeing gargoyles and bats and big giant water bugs. No, not that type. The type that what you got in your head is a lie. I made up a story on you because of what I got in my head. So that's what you did. Right? Nah, what you're saying is not true. We're not going to go there. That's what they told Jeremiah. What you say, they just asked Jeremiah, go to the Lord and inquire for us what we shall do, and we will do. And Jeremiah went, inquired with him, came back and told them what the Most High said. They said, no. They said, no. I don't like that answer. That's not what I hear. The imagination of my wicked heart. That's not what I was looking for. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to stay here and do this. That's what they said. They said, we're going to go to Egypt. Yeah. Well, we are free to do whatever we want to do. And guess what? Mosai told Jeremiah, don't say nothing. Go with them. Go with them. That whole crew that went out there, he said, go with them. Yeah. Went out there with them. As soon as he got to the gates of Pharaoh's estate, which is the gates, before you even get to where his house is at, you gotta pass through a whole winding and mountains and stuff to get past. It's way up there, way far away. But the gates to get on the grounds is right there. Jeremiah got here, he started piling up stones, made a heap of stones. And the people watched him and said, hey, what you doing? He said, thus said the Lord. See? What you doing? Now that you look, you the one with the big mouth. Yeah. You the one that always God, moves high, yeah. That's what they did with Jeremiah. Ain't quiet, we do whatever. Yeah. Because and plus, they the only ones left out there. No protection, no army, no king, no nothing. Chair Sharper is killed. They killed the governor. They deaded the governor.
Moved on the scribe.
And the recorder. It's dangerous times. It's dark times at that time. So what they say? Yeah. So, but the Most High told them, yo, y'all, you, this group, stay here. I'll replenish the whole nation out of you guys. I'll do it over with you guys right there. Just like he told Moses. I'll wipe these guys out and do it with this. Nothing. All it takes is one person. One man. All it takes is one.
Moses should let God alone.
Then wipe them.
He wiped them out. Make a nation out of him. Better off the nation.
That's why he was going to do it.
What?
I said, that's why he was going to do it.
I said, but Moses should have left him alone.
Yeah.
Moses stopped.
Yeah.
Moses should have let God alone and do his thing around to that camp and keep everything breathing. And make a nation you, Moses. You want to win over here.
People stop.
Huh?
We'll say the middle off.
Where?
Most people stop will be better off. You see, you have to understand, you learned that from Moses that learn it now. You cannot love the people more than God. God said, white. You can't love them more than God. You don't believe it. After he did that, they jammed him up.
Yeah.
They jammed him up, pushed him, that he got so angry, said the wrong thing in the mouth. He said, no, you ain't going in the land.
Yep.
He told us, but you're
Yes,
wrong.
sir.
They jammed him. You should have let God alone, man. He step out the way. He said, let me get out the way first. Get out the way. You gonna get everything.
Everything.
I'm gonna keep everything moving. Except Musa.
Right.
Right. That's it. Let God alone. See, if that won't be jammed up like this, nobody would have been jammed up. We'd be home in the land, ain't that right, God? Be home in the land during this year. This a war. There's a war coming up. Tonight, right?
Yeah.
Look at that. We in the land doing some war. We're going to take up our offering.
Right.
Look where we at now. Look at that.
Nothing that.
Gay country, gay friends, gay leaders, gay teachers, everything. One we think ain't gay EJ, just teach, cover. Would have been better off. Leave God alone and do him. So we should do it. But I mean, well, listen to God.
Yeah. That's it.
But they said unto me,
Uh-huh.
make us gods, which shall go before us.
That's what the people want. He said, make us gods. Make us gods. Remember where they just coming from. Egypt is a land full of gods. They are stuck on that. That's what was on them. They said, make us gods. We're not really with this. We want patience for this. Moses been up there. Aaron said, yo, man, the people said, make us gods. Okay? Which shall go before us. For as this Moses, the man that brought us out the land of Egypt, we want not what is become of him. He said, we don't know what happened to him. They said, we don't know what happened to him. You make us gods. You know what I'm saying? He said, I said unto them,
As for this Moses, the man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what is become of him. And I said unto them, whosoever had any gold, let them break it off. So they gave it me, then I cast it into the fire, and there came out this calf. And when Moses saw that the people were naked, for Aaron had come unto me, and all the sons of Levi gathered themselves together unto him. And he said unto them, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, let every man his companion, every man his neighbor. And the children of Levi did according to the word of Moses. And there fell the people that day about 3,000 men. And Moses had said, consecrate yourselves today to the Lord, even every man upon his soul and upon his brother, that he may bestow upon you a blessing this day. And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses said unto the people, ye have sinned a great sin.
So the next day they told him, they said, y'all sinned a great sin. Y'all messed up. Terribly bad. Terribly. Y'all messed up. He said, and now I will go up unto the Lord. He said, now I will go up to the Lord.
And now I will go up unto the Lord, peradventure I shall make an atonement for your sin.
He said, I will peradventure, I'm going to make an atonement for your sin. But other than that, it ain't going nowhere. We'll go up and speak to the Lord, and hopefully I can make an atonement for your mistake, for your mess up, for you wanting to have other gods. He said, and Moses returned unto the Lord and said,
oh, this people has sinned a great sin, and have made them gods of gold. Yet now, if thou wilt forgive their sin, and if not, blot me, I pray thee, out of thy book which thou hast written. And the Lord said unto Moses, whosoever has
you told him, if thou wilt forgive their sin, he said, if you will forgive them. He said, if you won't forgive them, he said, then look, take me, blot my name out of thy book, which thou hast written, which thou hast written. Okay? Take my name out of that and replace it. You know what that means, right? Instead of them, a replacement of them. That'll be the atonement. That's not how the Most High get down. Won't get down.
no, definitely
You
no.
don't make one person pay this one. You said this person killed this person, and all these people are covered now.
No.
They atone them. Oh,
No.
don't go like that. Don't go like that. Come shit.
And the Lord said unto Moses, whosoever had sinned against me, him will I blot out of my book.
Person for person. The person, that person sinned, that person ain't gonna come out.
Mm-hmm.
This person sinned, he's gonna take his name out. On the cross. Yeah, for no reason, because he didn't save nobody. You can't save nobody. The only sacrifice the Most High don't take. And the specific sacrifices that he has in the book of the law, first of all, there's no place to do that. He said, in the place which the Most High shall choose to place his name there, that is no more. There's nobody to appreciate that.
No.
Israel had that, a way to get sin off you. Because one man told a general about these people, you know what he said? He said they served a God that hated iniquity. Mm. So it's about not sinning. This is about keeping sin off you, not doing the things that are sin. Whatever you go against these laws, it is sin. It is iniquity. Time sheet.
Therefore now go, lead the people unto the place of which I have spoken unto thee. Behold, mine angel shall go before thee. Nevertheless, in the day when I visit, I will visit their sin upon thee.
He said, no, he said, they still gonna pay for this. He said, the plan still goes on. You still take them down there. You still take them there. He said, but my angel shall go before you. So I'm gonna send the angel out before you. He said, that's a great sin. That's when the Most High started backing up on them. And it became individuals that separated themselves, caused themselves to be separated, to do only the laws. Them, that's who the Most High communed with, stayed in contact with, and showed how to get closer to him. That's how you going to get. He's not going to show you how to get closer to him if you don't push up with these laws. That's how you do it. So he said, look, I'm going to send an angel before you. He said, nevertheless, in the day when I visit, I will visit this sin upon you. He said, the Lord played the people because they made the calf, which Aaron made. You hear that? They made the calf, which Aaron made. Aaron made it under their orders, under their requests. They made it. Mm-hmm. Okay? I go and I find they say make us gods. Aaron didn't go to them with that. No. They went and they said make us gods. This is what they wanted. Mm-hmm. So you gotta rise it with the people. That's right. What the people want is wickedness. What the people want is heathenism. What the people want is an easy way. What the people want is not of God. It's not of these laws. Mm-hmm. That's Israel. This is the generation that Moses brought out of Egypt. They saw all the plagues. They was there. And it didn't make them a believer. It didn't move them. You gotta understand something. You have to understand what belief is. We don't know what belief is. They was there and they saw it. They said, nah, man, make us gods. Every little corner they turned to, idols. Idols. When the fire hit them, most of them get whack them, they turn back. As soon as everything cooled off, idols. That was the problem. Most I said, leave the ways of the Egyptians alone. As soon as they come out, make us gods. Yeah. That was the problem. That's what Aaron told Moses. That's what they wanted. So guess what? They're gonna get hit up because of the calf, which they named. That Aaron named. They got hit up. And Moses still, that sin was on them. Moses couldn't speak for them for that. There was no atonement for that. At the foot of Mount Sinai, Moses is giving the law to give to them. And they got a calf down there. Goat head. They call it a calf in here, but it's a goat head. It was the head of a goat. Okay? The goat symbolizes the devil.
That's right.
Yes.
That's what it symbolizes. It also symbolizes the 6-point star. It also symbolizes the 5-point star and the 7-point star, including all these symbols, which are seals. Those stars are really seals. Seals are being used in witchcraft and in necromancy and in what you call they call it the arts, the black, all that stuff, magic. They use seals. Okay, that's what they use, and it symbolizes demons, the devil, man and woman. Okay, Earth, the planets. That's what these ancient people, who the ancient Israelites lived around and amongst. That's how they lived. That's where all that stuff come from. Most I said, look, y'all can't leave that alone. Leave that alone. And over there, these Canaanites, you have to kill them. Kill them, wipe out all their idols, get them out the land, and then you do my ordinances. They didn't do that. They thought they was gonna get away by getting the land. Nah, backfired. Now I'm gonna make the land hot. Everybody.
They come up, man. Whatever you do, whatever you do, you not come up, you can't come up, you push back, come up with your children. The children, the little boy, yeah, a little boy, I bet I little boy, nothing there, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. That's what's coming up. So we need to stop playing games and read that history and the lesson.
Yeah.
See what jam them. Don't continue to jam yourself. I'm jamming the bass up about you. I want son, man. I got a nice pair of twins. Nice pair of twins. That's what you think. Yeah. That's what you think. Well, God can do it. And you're going to be favorable to them? And you was a devil with him? You're going to turn on them, man. Well, people won't listen. The only reason why they won't listen, they're going what? They must be sentenced. Like with Eli said, Lord, we're not honoring you because he's determined to do. You will listen to God because he's determined to do what, Sean? Destroy you. That's why you won't listen to God's rules. That's why you got a problem doing God's rules. Because God is determined to destroy you and everything that comes after you. And we still don't learn. Only a few of us get the lesson. You know what I'm saying? Right. But that shows that the people going down. You get a sentence already. Sentence already. Too much truth around you. You won't flip and change. You sentence already. What you do is a joke. You don't mean nothing. Sentence all down. There's no appeal. No appeal. No more skin up. No appeal.
And the Lord said unto Moses, depart, go up hence, thou and the people which thou hast brought up out of the land of Egypt, unto the land which I swear unto Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, saying, unto thy seed will I give it. And I will send an angel before thee, and I will drive out the Canaanites, the Amorites, and the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites.
Go to Genesis chapter 35.
And God said unto Jacob, arise, go up to Bethel, and dwell there, and make thee an altar unto God, that appeared unto thee when thou fleddest from the face of Esau thy brother. Then Jacob said unto his household, and to all that were with him, put away the strange gods that are among you, and be clean and change your garments.
He said, put away the strange gods that are among you. That was his household. Everybody. Sounded everybody. He said, okay, look, that's it. Put away all them strange gods, the knickknacks, the little ones, the terrapins, all that stuff y'all got there. That's garbage. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Come see?
And let us arise and go up to Bethel, and I will make thee an altar unto God, who answered me in the day of my distress, and was with me in the way which I went. And they gave unto Jacob all the strange gods which were in their hand, and all the earrings which were in their ears.
See? In their ears. They had them in their ears. Terrapins. Earrings. Come see.
And Jacob hid them under the oak, which was by Shechem. And they journeyed, and terror of God was upon the cities, and were round about them. And it did not pursue after the sons of Jacob. So Jacob came to Luz, which is in the land of Canaan. And
See what stopped them? They said they journeyed. And the terror of God was upon the cities. You see what holds you down? The first thing is get them idols and images away from you, out of your habitation.
That's right. Here,
Jacob knew the Jacob.
earrings too, huh?
Earrings too. Rings too. All that.
Earrings and rings. Your clothes are gone.
That's right.
You can't have no home ability to keep the horses on your clothes, huh? That's gone too.
That's right.
But the people in the city, you know what? They hack. They hack. What God condone, you start elevating it, you cut off. You just wait. It's that appointed time. It's the time for everything. Time for everything. So you don't got all the time for everything. So you got time to destroy, time to kill. You don't do all of that all the time. That's why you get back at eternity. One time then eternity. Time for everything. They're all going down. The whole world is going down. The whole world is going down. You may only be able to save yourself. Maybe. But you gotta take heed. You gotta take full heed to the law. You say, I'm gonna get it. He said, I'm gonna get it. Next thing, go outside, you get shot. Straight bullet, you're gone. Because you keep saying, I'm gonna get it. You keep saying, I'm gonna get it, and you know it. Get it now. What's stopping you? What's stopping you? I know what's stopping you. You want to play more. You want to play around. In the world of your dad. And they take your time to come into this. And he's going to watch you. He's going to watch you, your babies. He put all you in the work. Because you know. And you won't come in. You're taking your time. You know why? Because you still want to play around in that heathen world. That heathenistic world. That pagan world. You still want to play. You taking time to say, yeah, I got no time. The time is now. Now or die. Because if you're doing that, guess what? You're a hacker. You cut off the clip now.
Cut off.
Everybody in here going to be clipped. They can die. Check your records. I ain't gotta tell you that, son. You check your records. You know the rules, right?
Go to the records.
You know the rules, man. Know the rules. You got one dude in here, another cut off his knee. Because I will keep the vows. I'll perform the vows of my lips are utter. My mouth is spoken. While people gonna get brain well. Come on. Or have to get with it. Have to get with it. You got to get with it. You gotta stop disguising yourself. Right now, you're alright. But when the sun gets down, you go into a disguise. Poof, look at you. You look like grandma. You don't look the way you look now. But them roots come off. Like you hate them. You only put it on for a front, they come off. Do it down to next week. You come out in your head. Think God like that. God's keeping that complaint. What you not gonna play? If you don't rip on complaint, you gonna burn it. You gonna burn it. And turn your children and everything away. He's not gonna introduce you to a good woman. You hear me? You turn your head, make you go and meet a bad woman, a woman that thinks bad that is. It means dark. Like he had met Jezebel. A woman to destroy you. A woman that don't care about your car. She don't care about your car. She don't care about your rules, man. She don't care about your rules. She care about happy birthday. That's what she care about. She care about Merry Christmas, nigga. That's what she care about. So it's a two-way thing now. Can't work. It ain't gonna work. Because the two of you don't work. So
Agree.
agree. You know with Christmas or she's with all behind what? A piece of record. Piece of record, piece of raw flesh. For you to go in and have sex like some freak. That's all, man. Piece of raw flesh. You do all that. A piece of stinking flesh.
So Jacob came to Luz, which is in the land of Canaan.
He said, and they journeyed,
No
and the
respect.
terror of God was upon the cities that were round about them. So the Most High said, Most High never said, yo, get rid of those guys and see your house. He didn't tell them nothing. Jacob already knew. He said, look, go to Bethel, build an altar there, right? You went home, okay, before I move, y'all get all of this stuff, this strange stuff, all these idols, all these abominations, give them to me. And he took them and he buried them. That caused a reaction. The reaction is, now that he's moving with his one family, surrounded by tribes, clans, generations of Canaanites, invaders, warriors, bloodthirsty, killers, all right? They'll easily overcome him and his family and take and kill and do what they want. It's nothing. They said God put the terror of God was upon the cities that were round about them, and they did not pursue after the sons of Jacob. He says, so Jacob came to Luz, which is in the land of Canaan, that is Bethel, and he and all the people that were with him. And he built there an altar,
And he built there an altar and called the place El Bethel, because there God appeared unto him when he fled from the face of his brother. But Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and she was buried beneath Bethel under an oak, and the name of it was called Alon Bahu. And God appeared unto Jacob again, when he came out of Padanaram and blessed him. And God said unto him, thy name is Jacob. Thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name. And he called his name Israel. And God said unto him, I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply.
I am God Almighty.
El Shaddai.
El Shaddai. That's the name. Like you say, hey, what's up? My name is Joe. My name is Stan. That's the name that you call me. He said, I am God Almighty. And that's what Jacob called him. Most High didn't tell him his name. They didn't call him the Most High. They didn't even know it.
That's right.
They didn't even know that. Because the Most High dealt with them personally.
That's right.
So he said, I'm God Almighty. He said, be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins.
A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins. And the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac, to thee I will give it. And to thy seed after thee will I give the land. And God went up from him in the place where he talked with him. And Jacob set up a pillar in the place where he talked with him, even a pillar of stone. And he poured a drink offering thereon. And he poured oil thereon.
Okay. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 24. So you see what Jacob did? He said, okay, get rid of this. It wasn't him. It didn't belong to him. But his house had it.
Mm-hmm.
Responsible for that.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been different if he moved out. You can't have that stuff there. That's why he said get rid of it. Before most I didn't tell him get rid of it. He told him, yo, go there and make an altar there. He said, okay. He said, look, everybody, give me all them houses, all them trinkets y'all got. Before we start making the moves, you gotta clean up. That's right. You have to clean up your acts. He said, put his house in order. Now, not mean clean up, put your house in order. It doesn't mean spray the walls down with Clorox and scrub the walls. No, it means get whatever is abominable by weight out of your house, away from you. Any stash that you have, you should not have these things amongst them, right? Because they belong to you. Images. Like, if I go to the store and I see, because we always look at things, first thing we don't look and say, man, that's abomination. That's what we teach the kids. They don't do that. They just say, man, that look, oh wow, that look nice. Right or wrong. and you want to what? Bring it home to do what? Decorate it. What you decorate is what you serve.
Yeah, people listen.
Yeah.
You can't let anybody stay down.
No, you better not.
I did that. Police raided my house, man. Police raided my house. Go one of the niggas that was living your images. Everything they know. Who you think they done? They done at me. I'm the one that done that, man. When you live so you keep in God's laws, you gotta watch you next day your head out.
Right.
And these laws build a separation between you and your family. There's a separation now. Because your brother don't feel the same way you feel.
Right.
Yeah.
Your uncle don't feel the same way you feel. Your auntie don't feel the same way you feel. They honor image, you don't honor image.
Right.
So there's separation, man. He ain't your brother no more. I got worshiper. That's why draw the police in here, son. The images. And they didn't know I'm buying them up. And they pass the Pope on them and say, damn, look at this, man. So I'm not feeding people coming to my house. I'm not even my sons. I got 68 sons. Not even them. Because they are there living their own life. You live your own life. I don't even trust them. No, I don't. I'm up in here, next thing, he got Gizmo in his pocket, son. He got Gizmo. When the rat come, it ain't coming at him. It ain't coming at him, man. I don't want them niggas in here, man. Stay around your movie entertainers and your club jumpers. Stay around them. Because we different, Joe. We different. I'm gonna let them know, man. Don't come up here and know any stuff. I don't even want you here. I hope you're streaming and hear me. You don't. Because you worship idols, man. You bring them niggas with you in your pocket. And when you bring them, the wrath of God come in this house is going to be on me. I am the one for big time, man. Because I'm the head of the house. I don't need that. I don't need that, man. So all who don't like it, who worship the big baby, come around me, dog. I know you're screaming. Hear me. Hear me, nigga. Don't come around me. I am one way. I'm one way. You have images, stay away from me. Keep the images over there. Keep the wrath of God over there. So I know it will come. You just came here, son. That images anymore, and they got images dropped off with it. Told to get rid of it. I should have took it and told them I said get rid of the images. But I left it up to them, you know?
Right.
And he didn't. Wrath of God came down in here, son. Who do you think they picked on me? I'm the head of the house. I don't really want you. If you ain't for God, man, yo, I didn't want you around me, son. Because you would hurt me. And you would hurt people that do you good. So the best you doesn't. Damn, the boss. Ain't got no family. Ain't got no family. About that. Ain't got my brother. My family is right here. That's my family. The one that turned to God, son. I damn I could trust. They're right now. Right? So they bound to answer. Then I could trust them, you know. You have a son and he ain't into this. I don't know if you could trust him all. Even if he got you out. I don't know. I don't know. Because that man out there will put a lot of pressure. So only God could give you that strength to withstand that pressure.
Right.
Only God. Only God.
He that is wounded in the stones, or had his private member cut off.
Go chapter 23. Beginning of chapter 20.
He that is wounded in the stones, or had his private member cut off, shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord. A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Even to his 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of the Lord.
He said, a bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord.
Mamzeh.
The seed of an evil man, illegitimate child, out of wedlock, adultery, rape, incest, whoredom. Talk shit.
An Ammonite or a Moabite should not enter.
These are the characteristics. These are the type of people that can't come. They're not allowed here. These are the people that are not allowed. You understand what I'm saying? It's not specific people or just everybody else is shut out. A bastard, you're a bastard. It doesn't matter where you come from. You can't come. He said, even to his 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Most High allow bastards, right? One bastard. That bastard made kids, right? 2, 3 kids. Those bastards too. Those 3 kids have kids. It bastardizes the nation. Ooh. In time, a bastard will be sitting on the throne. Right. Leave that alone, don't let them enter. Because the Most High is going to have no people sitting on the throne. Right? That's why he said, look, don't let a bastard in me. That's the reason why Most High killed his kid. Killed that child to Bathsheba. He ain't gonna let that live. He can't let that live. But then look, she got pregnant with Solomon and his brothers. Most High didn't kill them. She was his wife. See the big difference? So over here, don't want no bastards coming in. And in order for that to happen, that cut the whoredom, no whoredom, only if you're married. And they didn't go out and marry into them. They were ordered not to, but they didn't. So the whole country, the whole nation is bastardized.
That's right, even today. Movies cracked down. Especially false. They take a woman, lay with her, and rape, she's my wife. This ain't no gangster business, my nigga. That woman you talking about, she's my wife, she has no business. If she don't agree, she ain't your wife. And you have been bastards. Yeah, man. Come on, man. That's why Milka called Rebecca and said, Rebecca. She said, will you go with this man? And be this man is servant wife. She said, yes, I will. That's what your woman have to go through. And she don't become your wife when you put her in a room. No, she become your wife when you go into her and have sex. Right. That made her your wife, not when you put her in a damn room. When we stop changing things around, man, what the hell wrong with these funny, kinky people? You see what your father's going through, and you still bent on changing. She ain't your wife when you put her in a room. No. You put a whore in a room. Right? She ain't your wife. What make her your wife is when you go into her and have sex. That's what God's saying that way. Not no damn room.
Tell she, an Ammonite or Moabite shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord. He said, okay, now you got the bastard, Ammonite or Moabite. They can't come in either. He said, even to their 10th generation. Down the line, 10 generations now, they can't come into. But the Israelites listen. No. By the time of Nehemiah, after the Babylonian captivity, it said, the men married women of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab.
Bunch of weird women. Freaked out
Yeah,
women.
so they went against this.
Freaked out, right, son?
Yeah.
What do you think they always gonna come to Egypt with Jeroboam? Egypt is the original place of pornography. Porn started in Egypt. That's why our fathers always running down to Egypt. Porn. Look at them now. I bet you if you go to a congregation, you search every man briefcase, search their pocket. I bet you find some porn in their briefcase or in their pocket. Right now. You put it there. They got it on there. They got it on there. I ain't gonna talk. I ain't gonna go with people, man, because I know one thing. I don't care if you talk about, we are a holy people. We God chosen people. I know one thing. You're a Hebrew. He's a nigga. I know that. Niggas are dead. Dead. We ain't no God people. Nigga. Nigga. You God people, you ain't go in the restaurant and buy food and eat. If you God people, I ain't gonna see you with a plate of restaurant food going home to eat. And you ain't God's people. What you eat? You eat different to the saints. What you eat? If you God people, you ain't going to get no food from the restaurant. I don't care how much veggie band they call it. Well, a good restaurant, they got a new restaurant, they call it veggie band. I don't care, son. That's why I get down, son. You ain't God's people. You your people. You somebody else's people. Your wife ain't gonna listen to you. But she ain't gonna be down with you. She ain't gonna be down with you. Your wife like eating veggie band. You don't like it. But she's gonna keep eating veggie band. And that's it for separation. I mean, you God ain't one.
Verse 4.
It's a veggie band.
Because they met you not with bread and with water in the way, when ye came forth out of Egypt, because they hired against thee Balaam the son of Beor, people of Mesopotamia to curse you.
See, these two reasons. He said, because they met you not with bread and water. Bread and water. The chief thing that was eaten by Israel. Bread. And they know bread, they ate bread. That was the main thing that they ate. If somebody meets you with bread and water, that's a meal. That was a meal.
That wasn't the chief meal of Israel. That was the chief meal of the highest one. And you see what they cry out for the meat, right? They cry for bread and water. So that ain't them.
They had.
That's the meal of the prophets. The godly men settle with bread and water. No, the godly men will settle for bread and water, not the Israelites. What they cry for, what they cry for the Israelites, you want flesh. 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 You have them. It's a bread and water. You can't get them with no bread and water. That type of flesh. Only the godly and the pious and the prophets and those men who settle for bread and water. Men like Moses and whatnot. They're not that cool. They're from another Egypt. They're not that cool. They're not cool. They want flesh. They want flesh, man.
And then they hired this guy to put a curse on him. On top of what they did, they came out to war against you, man. They didn't meet you in peace, man. They didn't come out with bread and water. They came out with swords and blocked you. But they had to go around. When Moab did that, they had to go around. They couldn't go through the king's house. And they hired this guy Balaam to put a curse on him. So don't let them in. Yeah, don't let these guys in. He got some heavy guys that put a curse on him, man. A heavy dude, man, from a heavy line of sorcery. He wasn't a regular just doing wicked, he was doing sorcery. Yeah. The ancient Syria. Mesopotamia is in Syria. That whole area is Mesopotamia. And he had a college out there. Balaam, that wizard. He had a college, meaning he taught. He had apprentices, yes. He taught sorcery. Mm-hmm. So he was a big gun that was hired to curse a whole nation. Now, if the Most High didn't block that, he would have got that off. He would have got that off. Yeah. And they didn't even know. They didn't know. Until the Most High told them right here. That's how they found out. That's right. When the Most High told Moses to tell them, they didn't know. That's right. He said, don't put them in. So that means, like, man, me telling you, look, man, they were none of them cats. Because, even you, man, they were trying to get you hit. They came to one of my shooters. They were trying to get you hit. Watch it with those guys. But you still go with those guys. You still do with these guys. You still, give them, That's what's happening. Yeah. You marry into them, you become part of them, and they switch up and turn on you. Yeah. That's what happens. Most of what's wrong with these people? I even told him that this person is rising up an enemy, and they try to get you, man. And you marry into them, you follow their gods. I help you conquer them. I give them into your hand. And then you turn around and serve their gods. So you see, it's not just one time that Most High said, multiple times, generations and generations, all these laws and commandments being broken over and over again. He said, but look, man, they hired this guy to curse you. He said, nevertheless, the Lord thy God would not hearken unto Balaam, but the Lord thy God turned the curse into a blessing unto thee. Why?
Because the Lord thy God loved you, bro.
I could tell you why. You know, so I love you. He said, why do you love me? I love you. Why? You gotta have a reason why you love me. You don't just up in the blue and just get into that. Right?
Yeah, no. You know what she loves.
Be straight up in there. Be straight up.
You know what she loves.
Be straight up with me. Why you love? Okay? Because what? There was no iniquity found.
Right.
So that made God love you. That's what made God love you.
There's always something there for once to love you.
That's right.
What God loved to us, there was no iniquity from God.
No iniquity.
That's who was love.
That's right. There's something about you that's, or something you have, something I need, or whatever.
When you come home and then you walk, you ask your woman, ask your woman or your wife or whatever, why do you love? You ain't even want your wife, man. They hurt you out. You said that. It's the reason why they're not wives, because they love.
Because there's a reason, there's something there. There's something there. There's a reason why.
Something that they want, why they love you like this. This is real world, man. Every person can take the views. Yeah. You got a wife, you got over your life. You don't need to wife. You want to love you. Anybody.
That's a big question.
Oh my God.
Let's see what the Most High.
Most of us can't take the answer. Can't take the truth, right?
No.
It'll hurt your heart. Don't you go on love. You say you do that.
He said, thou shalt not seek their peace. He said, look, man, don't be cool with them. Don't make no covenant with them. Don't make no agreements with them.
No contract.
There's always beef with these guys.
That's right. No
Once
contract.
you see them or come in contact with them, get it.
No contract.
That's what he mean by make no peace with them. Now, don't seek their peace. Don't look to be amiable with them.
Yeah.
Okay? Because they wasn't like that with you. He said, nor their prosperity all thy days forever. He said, you know what I mean? Down the line, their children. This goes down the line with them. None of them. Because of what they tried to do. He said, thou shalt not abhor an Edomite. For he is thy brother. Now let's get this straight. People have a misconception of who the Edomite is. Edom is not who people call today the white man. No, that's not it. That's not who he is. He was just red and hairy.
That's right.
That's all.
That's it.
You know what that means? When you look it up in the Hebrew, the word is admonim. You know what it means? Ruddy, red. It wasn't dark skin or brown skin. It was red. So when you go like this, if you go again, just go like that. You see a little red. He was red.
Upset.
Upset. like a red bone, like a light-skinned person. Yeah, he's black though, he's just light-skinned. That's it. That's all that was. Yeah, that's all that was.
It's not the so-called white man today.
It's not.
That ain't no hatred.
That's not. That was racism that was taught.
Racism and hatred. You hate the white man. Why you hate him? Because he has more than you. That's why you hate him. Because he has the thing that you don't have. You hate it and you're envying. That's the real deal. You're hating and you're envying. Oh, black nigga. Black nigga gotta look up on black nigga. Black nigga get black nigga treated. It's black on black, so there's no respect. They get you. So you see, when you need help, you can't go to black nigga. Where you go? You go to the man that you hate, the white man. So how could you hate him and still eat his bread? That shows you how treacherous the people are. You treacherous. I'm not gonna hate you and eat your bread, yo. They just came up with demonstration. He's black too strong. Causing the white man, throwing fire at the white man ain't this. But look here. No, wait, I gotta go. What does mean I gotta go? I gotta go and pick up my EBT. And who don't have any? They get me. They get me. They get me. That time, they get me. That's how much of a mixed up, crazy people, guys. Well, God don't want us. We are condemned. There is no hope for us. Do y'all understand that? There is no hope. There is no hope. The only hope you got is to turn to God with all your heart. That's the only hope. And we are not doing that. Because we don't want to go by God's rules. We want to go by our own rules. That's the damn problem. That's the problem. You have no hope. I don't care what you do. I don't care what Shabbat you come and sit down. I don't and living bread you eat. Yo, I don't care how much road you make, go driving down the road like a train, yo. You have no hope. You know why? Because you won't change your ways. You won't change your ways. Because that nigga is there. You have no hope. You have no hope. You have to change. What's in you has to come out of you. And there is evil in you. That gotta come out of you. If that don't come out of you, you can't serve God. That's why he gave us life, death, good and evil. It's a separation. He says, so all these years, you're talking. No, you're not. But it's not in your heart. Not in your heart. Not in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Not in your heart.
Then you do
You do it.
He said, thou shalt not abhor Edomite, for he is thy brother. So I don't care what you, no, it doesn't matter what color he is, how he come. Most I say that's your brother. Is he not? Is he not the brother of Jacob?
Mm-hmm.
Is he not? Were they not what we call today twins?
That's right.
So he said, don't hate him. So I don't care what you say he is. If you say, oh man, no, that's the Edomite. Okay, so why hate him so bad? You can't hate him. You're going against the commandments.
Right.
You cannot hate him. But they did this. They didn't trick nobody. They didn't trick nobody. They didn't bamboozle nobody. Okay? You went against, your ancestors went against God. And they were destroyed out of the land. That's it. Whoever was left alive is because they conformed to the ways of the people. And they were taken to the lands of the people who they conformed to. And there they became the people of the land. They married into them, and in generation, 2, 3 generations later, there's nobody walking around talking about Israelite, Hebrew, none of that. None of that. It said the children that are, it said, thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian. Now we go to the Egyptian. Certain people you can't hate, you don't do it. He said, now the Egyptian. He said, because I was a stranger in his land, his land. He was in his land. He said, the house, you gotta take care of your slave. You gotta take care of your servant. So it don't matter how bad, whatever, you was in this house, man. So you can't go around hating him. Oh, but look what he did to us.
Don't matter.
The most I say,
Don't hate.
don't hate him. That's it.
Why is that don't hate him?
He said because that was a stranger in his land. He was in his house.
You live in his house.
You was
Now
in his
you
house.
live in a man's house. I hate it. I experience that today. You live in a house. I hate my guts. Tell her. The kind of people that I know yesterday, I should not trust them. You're not trusting a dog. A German shepherd is more loyal than anyone. As you won't turn. You give him a bone feeding, you won't turn. But these niggas, I don't care how much you call the nigga to your house and give him a plate of food. You will turn on him. Not a dog. Good. You're a dog, huh? Have you don't pet it? For we people, should I trust the people? Trust what? Trust what? I trust this guy here, the shepherd. I trust this dog, I trust this dog, the pit. It's not my turn. If I ain't give him a bone, then if I ain't give him, once I give him a couple bones, that's something. I give him a couple bones, he get to know that I'm giving him bones. Good.
I can tell everything.
But the time he see why he's still. But we don't do that. So who more treacherous? We or the damn dog? We! The dog is better.
Don't you?
The children that are begotten of them shall enter into the congregation of the Lord in the third generation.
These guys, look, the Edomite and the Egyptian, the third generation, they can answer. They can answer. They can serve the Lord. So we're going against all of these commandments. Tells you.
When the hosts go forth against thine enemies, and keep you from every wicked thing. If there be among you any man that is not clean by reason of uncleanness that chancing him by night.
Chancing him by night, that's a nocturnal emission. When you ejaculate in your sleep, they call it wet dream.
Mm-hmm.
Chance by night. He said, then he shall go abroad out of the camp. This is when they going out to war and they camp there in camp. That's why he said, when the hosts go forth against our enemies, keep you from every wicked thing. Everything that's wicked, stay away from it. He said, now while y'all there in the camp, and at night, somebody have a chance by night, he said, he got to leave out the camp. He got to leave off the grounds of the camp. Okay? He said, he shall not come within the camp. He got to go out and pitch his tent away from the camp. And he stay out there. Okay? But it shall be when evening cometh on. When evening cometh on. Right? He said, he shall wash himself before him. And when the sun is down. Now, when the sun is down, it's dark. Right? Right. So evening is not dark.
No.
Deuteronomy 23. So that's before.
Evening is not dark.
Right. It's not. But you know when it's about to get dark, because the sun starts setting. All that is evening time. Yeah. Okay? He said, when it gets dark, that the evening done. The sun is down.
Yeah.
In another day. Because it's the evening of that day. It's the last leg of that day. So evening. We're in another day now.
This is the last leg of that.
That's right.
That's another region.
That's right. So when that part
last leg of that, that's the time.
Right.
Evening
time. Because the waters at that time, the waters start to come in.
That's right.
On all shores, all over the earth.
High tide, low
tide, low tide. At night, always get a higher tide. Water always rises at the banks of every shore. Okay? At that time. So at that time, that's when he go wash himself. He go wash up. By the time the sun is down and it's dark, he's clean. So this has to go down before it gets dark. He said, when the sun is down, he shall come into the camp again. Now he can come back in. He said, thou shalt have a place also without the camp. He said, another thing while y'all out there in the camp, he said, whether thou shalt go forth abroad, go forth abroad to ease yourself, to do the bathroom. They call it number 2, right? He said, thou shalt have a paddle upon thy weapon. You gotta have a paddle on strapped to your weapon on it. But however you do it, you gotta have that paddle. You right? He said, it shall be when thou wilt ease thyself abroad, you leave out the camp, and you find a spot out away from the camp. And you dig with that paddle. Dig a hole with that paddle. And you ease yourself in that hole. And you cover it with that paddle. He said, it shall turn back and cover that which cometh from thee. He said, for the Lord thy God walketh in the midst of the camp to deliver thee.
He was thine enemy before thee. Therefore shall thy camp be holy. They see no unclean thing in thee, and turn away from thee.
That's how you make the camp holy. The war camp becomes holy when you stay away from every wicked thing. Now he'll be with you. He said to deliver thee and give up thy enemies before thee. So all of this is so that God will be with you. But you can't have things that the Most High don't like around you. Nah, you can't.
You can't trust your family, you can't trust your father, you can't trust your sister, you can't trust none of them. Unless they agree to go by the same rules you go by. Because their God is a different God, don't forget that. The rules are different. Okay? That's why fight won't roll up in your son. An alien in you, strange alien, dude, alienated. That's what do the beast. I always want to come around me, son. I don't give you my son. I don't give you my brother. You got different principles. Don't come around me, man. When you come around me with your images and your dolls and your funny pieces and your kinky dolls, the wrath of God will come on me. On me. It's on me. My wife came and saw me. She saw all the profile me shouting like a dog. And she looked at me and said, why y'all doing this to him? Why did you pick on me? Because it's my crib, son. What am I doing? I got worship on. Yeah. Don't care about your brother, your uncle, nothing, son. When you become an Israelite, you start keeping God's law, that separates you. You don't have a family, my nigga. That's why I told you to tell my sister that. Don't come, yo. Because we're not fam. You're not worshiping today. You worship tomorrow. That's a separation, man. No, we're not. I'm not stepping in my house no more. You get me? Then she called me, you come and tell me what your sister. I said, you ain't here. But you won't come here with the images. Don't bring them niggas here, man. When you leave, you write a God coming down here. And I don't need them. So we could love each other a whole lot from a distance. Not too close. Like you come here, I gotta preach it. You come here and I ain't here, y'all don't go for that auntie of my auntie. Auntie's dead, yo. Let me search you. That's what it is. Freezer and search out. Come on, here's my auntie. I don't want to disrespect her. What you read in the book about disrespect? So get off of that Americans, ain't no disrespect, son. Freezer and search her. She packing images. She gonna bring the wrath of God in this house. like Aki brought it. I told Aki, get rid of the image. He didn't. And he did. He lied to me, son. Got the image tapped up inside. When Shabbat media police licked on the door, son. It's the images. The images. They tell me they got rid of it, you know what I'm saying? He had it in there, son. When they come, what do you think they're going to pick up? The bombs. They had it out. Images. I don't want nobody here with no images, man. Anybody got an image? The only image you're allowed to have on you is the image from your ID. That's legal. Because they run the city. And it's their city, it's their world. God put them in charge. That's the only image that's allowed in here. The image on your ID. On your ID. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I brought them niggas in here, man. You know that.
Yeah.
You know that, man. Images, man. Images. When people understand that God hates images, he hates them. I mean,
He said, therefore, somebody can't be holy, that he see no unclean thing in thee and turn away from it. So this is how you turn the Most High away from
unclean thing, huh?
unclean thing. Just stay away from all wicked things. Right?
Turn away from it.
Yeah. This stuff makes you, when you do this, makes the Most High turn away. You deliver unto his master.
And then with you on his set place in your house.
Right.
Satan being in your house. You be praying every day, and your Satan is in your head. You think you praying over the diablo is ahí, Satan is in there. How could two things occupy the same space at the same time? The clean and the unclean don't do it together. So you can't say when God is in your wisdom, but y'all unclean stuff. You got this thing, Satan. The clean and the unclean don't go together. I don't think
Well, he said, thou shalt deliver unto his master the servant which he escaped from his master unto thee. He shall dwell with thee, even among you in the place which he shall choose among thy gates, where like it is best. Thou shalt not oppress him. He said, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, no sodomite of the sons of Israel. He said, no whores of the daughter of Israel. Once a woman, 22. Yeah. He said, the daughters of Israel are not to have sex unless they are married. Once they have sex and they're not married, they are whores. So the Most High said he doesn't want them.
And the children are what?
That's what makes the children bastards.
What is that?
Right. That's what makes the children bastards.
Marriage. When you get married, the contract. That's what I hear, see?
Right. Yeah. It's a bunch of them.
So Milcah called Rebecca. When Abraham sent Elazar to give his wife for Isaac. He said, Rebecca. He said, yes, baby. He said, will you go with this man? He said, yes, I will. What's the contract? He said, I go here. Shall we to go? The contract fulfilled. When he get Isaac there, I'm going to work.
Right.
You can't just pick up a woman off the street, take her with her, take her to the movies, buy her ice cream on cake, you know what I mean? Then you wind up playing with her 2-3 times, you know what I'm saying? And then after a while, you say, that's my wife. Damn, what do you mean your wife's my wife? What is it? What is your wife? She has to agree. If she doesn't agree, it's bamboozle. Let's get this right. It's bamboozle. She has to agree. She has to agree. Most baby know all of them out there, all of them do baby that. You're pumping out bastards. When your daughter get married, the dude is a bastard. When you go and pick a wife, your wife is a bastard. Do you know the world that we are in? That's why there's nothing good coming out of this seed. There's too many bastards, bastard. God don't back no bastard. That's why you see this word is no word. They're all bastards, huh? Full of bastards. Even the preacher's daughter, she bastard.
Because I should not bring the hire of a whore, or the price of a dog into the house of the Lord thy God and give you back. For even both these are abominations unto the Lord thy God. Because thou shalt not lend upon usury to thy brother, loan sharp. Usury of money, usury of victuals, usury of anything that is lent upon usury. Whatever I lend to you, you gotta pay me back a certain amount more. If I say you gotta give me back double, that's usury. He said, unto a stranger thou mayest lend upon usury. He said, you can do that with a stranger. He said, but unto these certain things you can't go around doing. He said, when thou shalt vow, vow unto the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not slack to pay it. Now, what is a vow? When you lift up your hand and say, I swear? No. That's what heathens do. Whatever cometh forth out of thy mouth, thou shalt perform.
David said, I perform the vow that the lips had uttered, and my mouth had spoken. Didn't you ever told you none of that? So a lot of us make vows and don't keep it.
That's right.
Don't keep it. Never come out your mouth, nigga, you have to do it. Right. And this is what I will be tomorrow at 3 o'clock. You better be there. You better be there or you don't broke your vow. But that don't matter to you because you're ungodly. That it will warn you, and you will make sure you do it. You're wicked and you're ungodly. Make vows. Psalm 15. Yeah. Cut down the man and make vows. Say things out your mouth and you don't do it. That condemn you. Psalm 15. Right. In that life. Sure. You condemn you.
I didn't have to hear you either. You can say it in your heart. You can say it out loud, or you can say it in your heart. It's a vow. If you don't keep what came out your mouth.
So you have a clean heart. A clean heart, pure hand. And a pure heart, clean hand. Who has not lifted up the soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. If you tell me that I'm gonna be there at 2 o'clock, and you're gonna be there for you, man. You don't be there, you don't deceive me. Do we know we do it for ourselves and to our posterity, our children that we love so damn much and worship? You destroy yourself. Matter of fact, you already destroyed. You're only living it out. For God knows if you will keep His commandments next year, next 10 years, and not. And He knows if you will. You gotta leave me to do it, you start doing it now. Right, there's no record when you would die. You would die right now. Right now, you sit back down, listen to the next thing, boom, you topple over. What happened? Don't you heart attack. You never had a heart attack. You have one now. Boom. So keep clean. And all that puts you in a bracket of being a Negro, a colored boy, he, all of it. All of it. Stop playing, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. Say, too slow. Not slow. Slow. Yeah. Go slow, run out there. He said, you're going to check in the thing that was Samuel. See disguise himself.
So, yeah, you want to go see which angle?
The which angle?
Yeah, this guy took his robe off the sky.
You see, he took his robe off and disguised himself, son. So that's what we do. The minute you take off your robe, you on this, you're in a disguise. And God don't like your disguise. So you're disguised. Homosexuals wear their disguise. Fact. You just dragging fact groups.
He said, when thou shalt vow unto the Lord thy God, thou shalt not slack to pay it. Ain't no thing about you forgot, or you got so emotional about this situation, you went and broke what you said out your mouth. Like I said, what comes out of your mouth. All I have to do is say, man, I ain't gonna do that no more, or I ain't gonna go there no more, or do this no more, and then I go against it. I slacked to pay it. He said, and when that goes down, he says, for the Lord thy God will require it of thee. He's going to require it of thee, meaning you owe, right? And it will be sin. He said, but if thou shalt forbear to vow, it shall be no sin. So I gotta watch, I can't be so far with my mouth. Because these men in the book, young time made a vow to God, right? He told me, he swore. I said, God, if you be with me, if you be back here, the first thing that come out my door, the sacrifice. In his head, he's talking about the animals. They're talking about the human. But he didn't touch God. And the first thing that came out was his daughter. When he saw that, he was there, he got grief. Because he knows he has to keep. He has to keep it. Should you have kept it? Should I have kept it? He told him, why don't you say out your mouth? Certain things I don't say out my mouth, I know I got you. And they may fall into that category. But I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. And I watch myself around, because not only do I jam me, I jam my children. Just by going against this, every detrimental. You gotta keep it working. So when we get hyped and get strong, and the stuff that we say, that's when we start to strong. You spirit up and feel strong. You know what? No more. We ain't doing this no more. I'm not doing that. Whatever the case may be, stick to it. He said, that which is going out of thy lips. So right now we getting very specific here. That which is going out of thy lips. Whatever you say out your mouth. Straight those words you say in a verb. Verb means to do, action. Okay? Utter, right? You can utter it to the point where only you heard me. Or I said it in my heart. You say he proposed in his heart to do this or to do this, right? You swore. That was coming out of your lips. Whatever you say you propose to do, you gotta keep. Even a free will offering, according to that. You know what I say, even a free will offering? Because you put in a free will offering anytime you want. A free will offering. It's not something that you want, that's up to you. That's like volunteer work, right? And I said, well, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna go over here. Tomorrow I will take a free will offering. But then something came up where I changed my mind, and I don't feel like doing it. And I said, well, this is a free will offering. I'm not claiming to go free it up. That's why it says, even a free will offering. Because you said out your lips you was going to do it. That's why it goes out like that. Even the free will offering, no matter how small you might think it is, you got to keep it. According as thou hast vowed unto the Lord thy God, which thou hast promised with thy mouth. You do make promises. Oh, what about your rule? You make promises. You promise. Promise, swear, all that is a vow. Yeah. Okay? He said, when thou comest into thy neighbor's vineyard, then thou mayest eat grapes thy fill at thy own pleasure. You can go into your neighbor's vineyard and eat. If you so please. If you so please. Eat until you're full. Grapes. You see how they ate? Nothing else. One day he ate grapes. He was in there all day eating grapes until he was full. He said, but thou shalt not put any in thy vessel. You can't get none. You can't go up in there and stash. You can't have a bag. Today they call it doggy bag.
So, hopefully you clarify.
That the Most High gave them. In Genesis chapter 1,
What was
29. That was fruit.
Raw.
Straight raw.
Raw.
They didn't take the fruits and cook them either.
We didn't take the apples and boil it and make applesauce.
Nah. Or pie.
Or pie. Like we like to do because we eat it. You have to recognize what you are, man. And stop living a life of life. Nothing wrong with them heathen. But I don't flip out of that. Because I don't eat like that no more. I don't flip out of that. I don't like the things that they like. I didn't even dress like that. You know what I mean? I stopped sleeping in pajamas. I don't sleep in pajamas no more. I sleep in a robe. Same robe I put on for Shabbat. The same day I sleep in. My father's day. Is there worship in robes?
No.
I said, no, I can't sleep in this because of a new robe.
No.
So could I get down like that? Not like the people in it. That's why God did me the way you do. Crack me upside my head in a second. Be like that. Because I am not like the people. I'm not like the regular people. I'm not like you all. I'm not like my children. I'm not like my household. Even David said my household is not so wicked. I am different. What made me different? I made myself different by taking heed to everything God said. When you start listening to God, that makes you different. You have a woman, she live with you, you start listening to everything God said. See, she's gonna look at you. She's gonna look at you and check you. See what's up with that.
Going in too hard.
You're going in too hard.
Too much. Too much. Too late.
So I am not the same way, man. I am different. Eat my dinner, dinner.
Can't get a snack. Then, the smell is gonna make you say, I'll see you later.
Make yourself different. Because make yourself different to the people of the day. You don't have the world today. To make yourself different to the heathen, you have to attach yourself to God.
That's right.
And clean. And his ways is your ways. Now you're different.
Yeah.
Only God your way. Other than that, you're living a life of lies. God hates lies. You have to be like him. Attach yourself to him. He said, put on your beautiful robes. Like every boy, this robe will be beautiful too. Like the skinny jeans. Same clothes I'm gonna call my real. You get dressed up in it. Yeah. I will do this now. You know, your skinny jeans, you can't do that stuff.
Nope.
This is why we are every day. But I have to separate myself from wickedness and the people of the world. And I have to prove to my God that I am different. Like Muhammad. Do the Syrian do.
Yeah, sure.
He said, listen, man, tell your God that when I go into this house, I also bring up with my master. It's for my master to lean on me. Because if he's a crook, so you gotta lean on me. I do not bow down to that image. You see him? He said, make sure you tell this to your God. That's how important it is before God. That you don't bow to an image. And you don't do your best to be like the people of the land. These heathen people that God abhor. The heathen that God abhor and God hate. We do our best to be like them. We take that woman, we fall in love with them, we have babies with them. What he said to him? He said, you thought it was a light thing. You thought it was a light thing to go and take this one. This woman. I'm a different God and she hates me. And that's all the women that we get. They hate your God. And they have different gods. So look at your status with God. It's not too good. It's not too good. You know what I'm saying? It didn't mean I put them in the flip mode. You see? Mm-hmm. All of them are either words but together. You see girl right now, and you're not much girl stuff. And if I drop dead, I know she ain't going to the church. I know she ain't going to stay on me. I said, but no, I don't feel like it. I know. She will push me. I know she ain't doing this. Stormtrooper. She's a Hebrew. She's a Hebrew. They ain't no Israelite. They ain't gonna do. She's a Hebrew, son. I know that for a fact. Don't you know? You know that for a fact.
First Kings, chapter 12.
Facts.
First Kings chapter 12. And Rehoboam went to Shechem. All Israel will come to Shechem to make him king. And it came to pass when Jeroboam the son of Nebat, who was yet in Egypt, heard of it, he was fled from the presence of King Solomon. And Jeroboam dwelt in Egypt.
Jeroboam left. He was an officer, top officer. He rose up against Solomon. Solomon sought to kill him. So he fled. He went to Egypt. He stayed and preferred to Egypt. He said that they sent and called him. Jeroboam and all the congregation of Israel came and spake unto Rehoboam, saying, see now, he came back. They called Jeroboam. He came back, but Solomon died. And when he came back, Solomon was on him. Solomon was appointed. There was not going to be no threats to him walking around. Everybody will get it. So he left and stayed out there and grew up, stayed out there and lived out there in Egypt. When Solomon died, they sent for him. He came in Egypt.
Egypt is the mother and the originator of pornography. That's why our forefathers used to run down to Egypt all the time, son. Because the people did. Run down to Egypt all the time. Home of pornography. The freak house in Egypt. Not Babylon, Egypt. That's where they went down there.
You're welcome to Egypt.
Oh yeah.
That's why I said, man, don't bother hating them. And look, when you run from me, look who you run to. And Egypt. Everybody. Egypt. You wasn't the only one to do that.
Egypt.
As a whole, they were in Egypt. They told everybody they were in Egypt. Individuals, when stuff got hot to them, they had
Egypt.
He said, thy father, he said, he came and spoke to Rehoboam. Rehoboam is the king now. Rehoboam is Solomon's son. So he said, thy father made our yoke grievous. He said, yo, you made our work hard, man, to get it hard for us. He said, now therefore make thou the grievous service of thy father, and the heavy yoke which he put upon us lighter, and we will serve you. And he said unto them, depart yet for 3 days, and come again. And the people departed. He said, okay, come back to me in 3 days, and I will give you my answer. He said, man, you see, Solomon taxed the people hard. They got to pay heavy taxes. And that's what he was saying. Oh, it's too hard. It's grievous. He said, okay, brother, he said, lighten it up. He said, lighten it up. But we will serve you. But it's too hard. Right? He said, okay, come back in 3 days. He said, King Rehoboam consulted with the old men. He went to the old men for advice. That's where he went to, because that's where he gonna get the right thing to do. Right?
Old men for counsel, he said.
The young men for war. He said that stood before Solomon. See, he wasn't a regular old man. These men stood before his father. They served his father. They even consulted his father. His father trusted their word. So he's doing the same thing. He's following the same path. He went and he trusted their word. So he said, how do ye advise that I may answer the people? He said, how should I handle it? How should I answer it? How to take care of this matter? That's what he asked. They said, listen to what they said. He said, if thou wilt be a servant unto the people this day, and wilt serve them, and answer them, and speak good words to them, then they will be thy servants forever. They will be loyal. Loyal. You know what I'm saying? You know what that means? You know what that means? I'm not gonna turn on you. Treat me good. I have no reason to turn on you. That's what he said. He said, advise them good. Treat them good. Speak good words to them. So if I speak good words to you, we good. If I speak bad words to you, I shouldn't expect for you to be gung ho. He said, man, I hate this guy because why? Why he said I hate him, Chief? He said, I hate him. I hate this guy, Mikael.
Oh, good.
Why did he hate him?
You
He never tell me nothing good. He always speaking bad things to me. So that's why the old man that served his father, he said, speak good words to them.
See, you tell me nothing good. You always tell me bad things.
Always.
The bad thing was the truth. And you want the man to tell you lies and the good things about yourself when you ain't gonna be on what. You gotta speak the truth in that life. I think you good thing about yourself when you ain't no good.
He said, man, just deal light with us and we'll serve you. So the old man said, yo, man, speak good to them. Right? He said, speak good words to them, and they will be thy servants forever. In other words, he didn't have to go speak like, hey, man,
No.
this is the good word. This is the good words. Look, I'm gonna lower the tax, because y'all been good to me, y'all been serving me, and I appreciate it. So I'm gonna lower it down. Those words are good, right? That would have pleased them, right? That's the words that he was supposed to tell them. But instead, he forsook the counsel of the old man. He didn't like what they told him. He said, get there. For whatever reason, he forsook that counsel. That was good counsel. It was godly counsel. Verse 7. And they spake unto him, saying, thou wilt be a servant unto the people this day, and wilt serve them, and answer them, and speak good words for them, and they will be thy servants forever. David treated his servants good. That's why he had the men that was with him was so loyal. And the ones that turned, because you had some that turned. The ones that turned, David still treated them good. They turned, and that was on their own head. See, what they was they were like flawless, above reproach. If I want followers, if I had people that I would have to kiss them and rub them and give them what they want. No, I just be good to them. Because other than that case, no leaders will have followers. Yeah, you teach the Lord, you struggle, and you don't make that, you keep that. Other than that, you should be all good. You're not going to talk bad to me because you won't like it. You don't do to me what you won't like it. That's another part. See, that's not do. Your neighbor, right? If you don't like me yourself, you would feel the same way if you was the table saw. Put yourself in my shoes. Or let me put myself in your shoes. And let me see if I like it. Then now I won't do it. Now look at that. That's why these men excel before God. Some sheep. He said, forsake the counsel,
Anyways,
verse 8.
when he forsook the counsel of the old men, which they had given him, and consulted with the young men.
He went to the young man. No, remember that. He's a young man. His peers. Oh, yeah, let me hear what my boys have to say. He said, what you think I should tell them? You know, the young man ain't gonna tell them nothing wise. Most young men, most. Daniel was a young man. He was wise. See, the young men that were grown up with him and which stood before him. He had his crew. The ones that grew up with him, he went to his crew. He said, nah, I want to hear this guy. Let me see what my boys is saying. They know each other. So you know what the young man said, man, listen, man. Wasn't your father gonna kill him anyway? And now he come look how he come back now after your father did it. You saw all types of stuff they tell him. No good. He said, what counsel give ye that we may answer this people who have spoken to me, saying, make the yoke which thy father did upon us lighter. Tell she.
And the young men that were grown up with him spake unto him, saying, thus shalt thou speak unto his people that speak unto thee, saying, thy father made our yoke heavy, but make thou it lighter unto us. Thus shalt thou say unto me, my little finger shall be thicker than my father's bone.
You said, yo, you saying my father had a heavy yoke on you. This gonna be God, I'm gonna really put something on you. You said, my little finger gonna be thicker than my father's bones. You know what that means, man? I don't even know what that means. Look, father, you complain about him, I'm gonna be worse. I'm gonna be worse. Get out my face. What are y'all doing here? He gonna be worse than the Pharaoh and Moses in them times. He said, yeah. He gonna be worse than them guys. He said, now, whereas my father did lay with you a heavy yoke, I will add to your yoke. He said, whatever my father had on y'all, I'm gonna add on to it. I'm not gonna take away. Now remember, he's going against the consoles of his father. Right? They told him what they told him was the right thing for him to do. He went against that. Mm-hmm. He said, my father had chastised you with whips. He said, I will chastise you with scorn. He said, so Jeroboam and all the people came to Rehoboam the third day.
And the king had appointed, saying, come to me again the third day. And the king answered the people roughly and took the old man's counsel.
He answered them roughly.
They gave him.
He answered them real rough. In a manner that was not nice. He said, and forsook the old man's counsel that they gave. I've seen people say, look, listen, man, this situation here, don't handle it like that. Mm-hmm. You know, handle it like this. Understand to get the results that you're looking for. You're not going to get it like this. You're not going to get it like this. That's what he's telling you. But he didn't listen to that. He added on. He told him, my father had made your yoke heavy, I will add to your yoke. My father also chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. Wherefore the king hearkened not unto the people, for the cause was from who? Who is it from? Why he didn't listen. It's different. It's different with us. We're wicked. We move with the imaginations of our own heart. There's nothing, Most High is not going to stop us and curb us. You got to stop yourself and curb yourself. These people, regardless of how they moved, went over against the Most High, they still had stuff on them. Okay, I'm going to show you. The cause was from the Lord. It's the Most High wanted Rehoboam not to listen to his advisors. On the normal, he would have listened to them. Am I correct? He said it's from the Lord. He said the reason why all this happened, hearken not unto the people, for the cause was from the Lord. A lot of things that happen in here, mostly everything, Most High made it. He said, no, I want this to happen this way. Step in personally. Make this guy hard-headed. Make this guy lightheaded. Make him so lightheaded and taciturn, you know what I'm saying? And they go there.
Cases today, in some cases today, people today, that God, boom.
That's right.
And you hear him. And they go in this direction.
Push him away.
Push him away from evil.
Push him away.
And right now, sir, there's still people like that around.
Right. And there's still people that pack it.
I'm not going to think about that, but there's still people around that.
That's right. That's right.
People around that fact. But once you separate yourself, when you sanctify yourself and decide to be the way God wants you to be, you can turn towards it. Unless it both right. Unless it both right, you're going to turn towards it. He said, the eyes of the Lord are upon them that fear him, that hope in his mercy. So if you have a dream and you see a fist that you never seen before in your face, boom, and then Moses and listen, man, my eyes is on. That's a good dream for you. Because he said, God eyes is upon them that what?
Yeah.
Did he say his eyes are upon them that he hates?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially beyond what them. Anything that you know you're gonna do for them.
He said, the eyes of the Lord is upon them that fear him, that hope in his mercy. But when God hides it upon you, you're not going to win the battle. Again, 9 times out of 10, your life is going to get what? Hard.
Told you.
You're hard.
Told you.
It's a good heart. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a good heart.
Verse 15.
Therefore the king hearkened not unto the people, for the cause was from the Lord, that he might perform his sayings, which the Lord spake by Ahijah the Shilonite unto Jeroboam the son of Nebat.
Ahijah the Shilonite found him in the way, and he had clad himself in a new garment, and they two were alone in the field. And Ahijah caught the new garment that was on him, and rent it in 12 pieces. And he said to Jeroboam, take thee 10 pieces, for thus saith the Lord God of Israel, behold, I will rend the kingdom. I will take the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon, and will give 10 tribes to thee. That's how we have the 10 tribes. This is the beginning of the 10 tribes of Israel, the northern kingdom, and then we have the southern kingdom. It got split. Most High split. He said, but he shall have 1 tribe for my servant David's sake. Okay? And for Jerusalem's sake. Because of Jerusalem, I'm gonna let it. That's also because of Jerusalem. I'm gonna let 1 tribe stay there. He said, because of David and Jerusalem. That's the only reason why. Other than that, I'll let y'all go get everything. He said, which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel, because they have forsaken me and have worshipped Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Zidonians. You worship Baal, you worship Ashtoreth. That's the tree. That's the moon worship. The goddess of the Zidonians. This is the same people where Jezebel comes
Well, outside to ask you, who is the Jews that God
from.
Jezebel.
She wrote that.
Jezebel.
Babylon 11.
She was the queen, she was a dominant.
Institute that.
They the Jews that like witch and stuff. So God told my man, yeah. He said, you thought it was a light thing to go and follow Jeroboam. No, you go and hook up with this broad, Jezebel. But it was a light thing, so you gotta watch the woman that you mess with. The woman that you mess with, you don't even know a grandmother or great grandmother was a witch.
Oh, God. So, see.
She was a witch, but she's dead now. You don't know. Because the great granddaughter is so pretty, and we are infatuated with looks. We are infatuated with looks.
Yeah.
You know, she's fine. She's fine. What do you mean she's fine? Nigga, you fine. You was the finest thing walking around, y'all. All make you so fine that you keep God commandments, and you feel your child one. She ain't fine. You fine.
He said,
And when all Israel
so
saw,
look, that's what, according to the word, when Ahijah is
Shiloh.
just that's why this going there. That's why this guy cannot bring himself. It's already in him that he has to not listen. A lot of times they may wound it most harden his heart. We harden to their heart.
You're right. You won't get him.
So what that means? If the most high doesn't harden their heart, they can let them go the way he wanted to. He did not harden his heart. He said, okay, cool. And you ready? He hardened his heart. He said, nah, and after one day, the next minute, he hardened. The next day, he's like, nah,
kept it strong. He kept it strong.
No, he didn't kept it strong. The heart will do what the Most High said. He gonna catch a stroke because they gotta perform what God said. He's not gonna fall to the ground.
You get stroke when God command your body to stroke up on you.
That's right. That's the only way. When you tell the heart, do this, do that, it's gonna do that. It ain't gonna fail. It ain't gonna fail. It's gonna harden and soften and harden and soften. He ain't gonna catch a stroke. He ain't gonna get high blood pressure, nothing. It's under command. He said, when all Israel saw,
so when all Israel saw that the king hearkened not unto him, the people answered the king, saying, what portion have we in David? Neither have we inheritance in the son of Jesse. To your tent, O Israel, not see to thine own house.
now see to your own house.
So Israel departed unto their tents.
What he's saying is, we don't have nothing here. This is David. This is David and his sons and his sons' sons. This is David's house. So we don't have nothing to do. Oh, Israel. He said, go to your tents. He said, because our lot is not here with these guys. You gonna do that to us? Well, look, that means we're not a part of it. We're not welcome. We outsiders to you. For you to deal with us like that. So we're gonna go off to our own tents. That's what caused they call schism. Schism means a split. That's what caused the split. It was of the Lord. He said, but as for the children of Israel, who was dwelt in the cities of Judah, Rehoboam reigned over them. So Rehoboam became their king. Okay? He said, then King Rehoboam sent Adoram, who was over the tribute, and all Israel stoned him with stones, and he died. So tax collector. Get tribute. All right, everybody give up tribute. Get the town, the city. Now, we got a king. I'm with this guy. That guy gets killed. He killed him, man. He killed him. He said, therefore, King Rehoboam made speed to get him up to his chariot and flee to Jerusalem. Hurry up and die out of here, because he next. He said, so Israel rebelled against the house of David unto this day. Okay? And they rebelled against God unto this day.
Right.
But it won't stop more. No. You gonna have murder blood on us. You gonna hear that? They will push you away. Now what murder blood? What? Bullshit.
They push the smoke.
Then people are about it because we are what we wicked. And wicked, when you're wicked like that, you know what sense in you? You're scary. Paranoia. That's the root of wickedness. Paranoia. Boy, you got mental, no mental disease, the nigga wicked.
That's what happened.
That's what makes him paranoid.
That's what happened.
The righteous is bold as a lion.
Wicked.
The righteous is bold as a lion.
Like as bold as a lion. He's not paranoid. That's why you're paranoid. Anyway, you know, I got a mental disease. Mental disease, nothing. You are straight up wicked, that's why you're paranoid.
He said, it came to pass when all Israel heard that Jeroboam was come again, that they sent and called unto the congregation and made him king. All those people that Rehoboam spake roughly to, they said, man, we're going to make you king, Rehoboam. And made him king. He said, there was none that followed the house of David, but the tribe of Judah only. He said, when Rehoboam was come to Jerusalem, he assembled all the house of Judah with the tribe of Benjamin. Okay, so the tribe of Benjamin was there. Go with this guy here, it's war. He said to bring the kingdom again to Rehoboam, the son of Solomon. So we just read that this cause is of the Lord. So what he's doing here is not going to work. He's not going to be able to bring the kingdom again into under his rule. He said, but the word of God came unto Shemaiah, the man of God, saying, verse 23.
Speak unto Rehoboam the son of Solomon, king of Judah, and unto all the house of Judah and Benjamin, and to the remnant of the people, saying, thus saith the Lord, ye shall not go up, no fight against your brethren, the children of Israel. Return every man to his house. But this thing is from me.
Betty. That. Ain't getting ready for war, man. You're not going to come. I don't care how I spoke to you. I'm the king. You're not going to come and take most of the people now and then you call yourself king. Nah, that ain't happening. Strap up. Get all my warriors ready. Right then and there, the Most High sent the prophet, Shemaiah. He said, nah, don't do that. He said, you shall not go up. Don't go up there to fight them. Do not fight against your brethren, the children of Israel. Right? He said, return every man to his house. Go home. No war. People, well, this thing is from me. Mm-hmm. I want this to happen. Okay? Let that go down. I set that off. He said, they hearkened therefore to the word of the Lord and returned to depart according to the word of the Lord. Then Jeroboam built Shechem in Mount Ephraim, dwelt therein, and went out from thence and built Penuel. And Jeroboam said in his heart, now shall the kingdom return to the house of David. If this people go to do sacrifice in the house of the Lord at Jerusalem 3 appointed times, he said, these people still are going to go to Jerusalem and be with the king down there. They're going to wind up going right back being his servants. He said, I'm going to lose the kingdom. That's what he said in his heart. He said, then shall the heart of this people turn again unto their Lord, even unto Rehoboam, king of Judah. They shall kill me. And that's how it went. A usurp, or look, man, there's civil faction going on. Whoever loses, dies. They're just not going to say, well, look, you're not the president no more. You step down. You go home. No. You're not the king no more. Take that off. All right, go to get out of here. They can kill you. They kill you, kill your family. So he said, man, if they keep going, the 3 appointed times that all males appear, because they were still doing it up until that time. He's the one that stopped it because he said in his heart, he's thinking like the kingdom now. In his head, he's not thinking, I'm supposed to go down there too. Right or wrong?
Right.
Jeroboam was supposed to say, nah, listen, man, regardless of what's going on, you still go down to Jerusalem. Everybody go, let's go. Right? He ain't thinking like that. He ain't going. I don't want the people going down there.
Yeah.
So I gotta think up of something to stop them from going. He said,
they hearkened therefore to the word of the Lord, and returned to depart according to the word of the Lord.
Go down to verse 28.
Whereupon the king took counsel and made 2 calves of gold.
He said, wherefore the king took what?
Counsel.
Counsel.
And made 2 calves of gold.
Man, everybody got bad counsel. If it ain't coming from these commandments, it's bad counsel.
Lord.
That's right. It's bad counsel. It ain't for the cause of the law, it's bad counsel. If it ain't for honoring, it's bad counsel. If it ain't towards that, it's bad counsel. If it ain't towards keeping of the law, it's bad counsel. So that's what he did. He went and he got consulted to do what? Make what?
And said unto them, it is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. Behold, thy God, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And he said,
whereupon the king took counsel and made 2 calves of gold. He said, two big calves of gold.
Same calf that they
And this was the same calf that we read about a little while ago. But he doubled up. Because it's a lot, it's me just at the foot of the sun, it's a large stretch. So look, y'all guys are far away, y'all can meet the calf over there. And these guys over here, come over here from Dan to Beersheba. Dan is way up in the north. Beersheba is way down in the south. And that's going to keep the people now from going to Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
Right tomorrow. Right now, we there now. In the land? We there now.
No, we in Jerusalem rocking.
We there right now.
Right now. We ain't rocking the best Shabbat. You're still. When soon as that's on
Come
crack.
on.
Oh.
We
We ain't just rocking tomorrow and tonight. We rock all week.
That's right.
But we can't do that today because we have an exile. We're not free.
Look, dude told me, he said, man, y'all got the whole weekend, man. He said, man, y'all got it, man. No pagans is running the weekend, man. He said, y'all got some Sundays, y'all. I said, you know what, you're right, man. You're right. He said, man, y'all got that. He said, all Jews, Hebrews, he said, man, that's it. Y'all got to come Friday night, y'all good. You good, man. You're right. You got this, something about this. So, but we don't look at it like that. We don't treat it like that. You know why? Because I'm mad. You know why? Because I'm sad. You know why? Because I don't like this. I'd rather be be partying with other people. I don't like this setting. I don't like this going to and that's the problem. I don't want to make myself content with what I got here. Let me tell you something. All captivities, we're not sitting here doing this. We dead. You know that, right? All them captivities. All them dead, all that. We are dead. You're not doing this in your house. You're not getting a place. They're not giving you permission. You're not doing all these people know that they serve God. That's an insult to me. I run this land. Matter of fact, I say I'm God. All heathen kings talk like that. They said they are God. Okay? So who are these people? So I heard Brady said, who are these people? Who are these people? Everybody came out and paid homage to me. And look, he wasn't even Nebuchadnezzar. They came out because he was the general. He's all coming out. What's up with that? And that's how you're supposed to be. That's how we're supposed to stick out. We're supposed to be a problem.
We're
supposed to stick out.
We don't do we stick out?
We blend in.
We blend in, we stick in.
We blend in, and that's the problem. We're supposed to stick out.
We stick out when you become different.
That's why the Moabites ain't like them. That's why the Ammonites didn't like them. That's why the Syrians didn't like them. Beside that, unless the Most High put in their head together, they just naturally didn't like them anyway. So Moses said, okay, I'm going to go do what you don't like since you don't like to listen. Assyria is the rod of my anger now. Hey. Okay?
You say your father was a wandering Syrian.
He was a wandering Syrian.
That shows you the stock that Israelites come on.
You come from out of Mesopotamia.
Assyria, man.
Shinar. Man, Shinar.
China. He said. He said they are the descendants of the
The
Chaldeans.
Chaldeans. You know who the Chaldeans are? Do you know what Chaldea means? It means stargazer. They're the ones who made up the astronomy and the astrology. They're the ones who made up metaphysics. Metaphysics. Anything dealing with the science of space. Science. All of that stuff. The Chaldeans made up science. That's where it comes from.
That's where Abraham comes from.
That's right. The Chaldeans made up spiritualism. They're the first mentioning of their body being the temple came from out of Chaldea. Historians. Everybody's a historian. Everybody checks out books now. It's real easy. Check that out. Check out the ways of the Babylonians and Chaldeans. You're going to see why God told us to leave that stuff alone. Don't marry into them. Leave that alone. And why this is an abomination. You will see why. You will see why. Taushi.
And he set the one in Bethel and the other put he in Dan. And this thing became a sin.
And it became a sin from the time he made it.
Like 2 gates, there are 2.
That's right.
One for each gate.
One for each gate. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
But
Look, y'all don't even know the significance of the world that Jeroboam went into. Y'all don't. And I read in other books about who consulted him. Okay, they weren't good people. So let me tell you.
You said they weren't good
They
people.
weren't good people. But it goes along with what he just did. They said that the people who consulted him were practitioners of magic and worshipers of the dead. The cat worship is a worship of the dead.
Yeah.
So it goes, I would agree with that.
You got magic.
Yeah. And they told him, yo, listen, we said make the calf. Because they like the calf.
So they like it.
They like the calf. The people who told him was smart. They know the people like they know how to get to them and give them what they want, and you get what you want.
Let go of Egypt.
They didn't. And that's what they saw. They said, look, give them the calf, they'll stay. And they stayed, didn't they?
They still had them.
Only one man said he left. Only one man said he left. That was Tobit. Only one man. He said, man, they went to the heifer, to the calf. The whole tribe of my father, his father who he's talking about is Naphtali. The actual Naphtali. Okay? Because every descendant from him is the tribe of Naphtali. So he said, everybody went. I was the only one that didn't go. Everybody went and sat down before the heifer and ate of the sacrifice of the bread of the Gentiles. He said, but I remember God. So he said, and that's what kept him from partaking and attending it, right? And then now, look, man, I don't care what's going to happen with it. I got to make it down to Jerusalem. Yeah. There's no way my streak is going to get stopped. I've been doing this all my life. I'm going to take a chance and saddle up. Go out there. And he went out there. God was with him because he was able to sneak out there. Because, later on, after Jeroboam, Baasha came, he built Tirzah and Milo. You can read about these cities. These cities was put to block the children of Israel, the road that they would take, that everybody would take to go to Jerusalem. They put them fortified cities and put soldiers there, like customs. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? It's like a border now. You can't, what you going in there for? No, you can't go there, get back. Matter of fact, take all his stuff. Matter of fact, kill him. That's what was going on. So they couldn't go down there. He snuck. He had to travel. He had to go the long way, up and down through valleys and rivers. Only one man went down there. He said, made 2 captives, go and sent a boat up to Jerusalem. You see that? This is too much to make your own bread or a piece of leavened bread. So you can have this box here that none of us made. Don't like them. A lot of Israelites don't even like this. They make them rich by honey bear crackers. That's the same thing here. It's the same thing here. Backwards, all bugged out. Just so you don't get it right. So there's something going on, but the Most High don't want you to get it right. We read about it. So that means the Most High didn't allow him to hearken. Didn't allow him to hearken. Didn't allow him to listen. He said, and he set the one in Bethel, the one, he said, this thing became a sin. For the people went to worship before the one who did unto Dan. And he made a house of high places. You know what that is? High places, places that you set up altars of idols and images. Okay? Now I'm gonna show you what you can have a high place in your house. You know what a high place is? Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. Hey, give me a piece of wood. Take the wood, right? Yeah, this handle sticking out. Okay, y'all? I'll take that wood, put it up there. Okay? Now I've got what they call today a shelf. All right? Or so I can use this. You know what I'm saying? It's a shelf. Right on. They have expensive ones they call TV wall units. Nightstands, dressers, anything that you can use as a platform to put what on? Items, images, pictures, likenesses. That's high place, is what he said. But see, this high place, big, the altar is big. This is big joint. Okay? You have a smaller version in your house. That's all. Everybody in the world, except here. They ain't with that. See what's on the wall. What we are for. He said, and he made a house of high places and made priests of the lowest of the people, which were not of the sons of Levi. This is why everybody wanted to be a priest. Kohen. Even little brother named Kohen. Only the Levites. And then only a certain line out the Levites. Out of Aaron. Phineas. And they don't want Zadok. You ain't got that line. How you gonna prove you got that line? I need proof. Show me proof. Not you don't live like you can't even live like this. There's nowhere where God shows the place his name for you to be there. That's right. Because once you in there, you can't be like it. You don't leave that ground. Right. And anybody don't just walk up it. And there are rules for the priests. For every offering, for his family, even for how he get married. Okay, he can't marry a whore. He can't marry a woman that has been divorced, put away. Am I right or wrong? He can't do that. And he can't marry somebody outside of his tribe. So how you gonna have all that covered? Where's the urim? Where's the tomb? Where's the breastplate? Where's the plate that's on his head that says what? Holiness to the Lord. Where's that at? Where's the ouches? You got ouches. Go. Sit. This is what he uses to bear the sins of the people. Transfer them to the end of the goat through the palm of his hands. Who can do that now? Who can make an atonement for him? Because if you're a priest, you're supposed to be making an atonement for me. You're supposed to know. I should be able to go to you and you can inquire the Lord. I got certain things that I need answers. And I can come to you, you should be able to, you blink, you in. I can come to you, you're supposed to be able to go and get an answer from me. A piece of bill. See what? A piece of bill, like what? My time. I'm going to any corner, I'm going to call my time. That's right. They're going to know, look, they're going to know who he is. They're going to know numbers. They're going to know who he is. It's a piece of bill. But we gotta leave that alone with these sheep. This is what, but look, Israelites started this trend. Israelites started this fashion. Now, now look, we ain't gonna go to the sons of that because they do law. They gonna say, no, you can't do this. They not gonna do it because it's against the law. So I'm not gonna come to you because I know that you don't eat flesh.
Yeah.
You don't eat flesh because of the belly of the and because of the blood, the fat, right or wrong. Right? Okay, they defect, they could have died in this something. You so I'm not gonna come to you because about this little get together I'm doing here. I'm not gonna come to you or you with it. So I don't do that. So you got that again. That's how you do it. That's what was going on. So we're not gonna go to level because they not with that. They might kill us. So he made his own people, the lowest. The lowest. Remember that one?
Shabbat.
Oh, okay, so that's not that yet. Yes, I will. So that's why that went down that way. That's why. Because Jeroboam decided to make these calves. Turn the people. Okay? To keep them from going down into Jerusalem, so that he don't lose the kingship. And by doing that, he turned the people away. He turned the people away. And the whole time, the 10 tribes was there. The whole time, man. Guess what? The people went to that calf. Don't you?
And Jeroboam ordained a feast in the 8th month.
He ordained a feast, a holiday. That's a holiday. That's not a feast of the Lord. That's not in Leviticus 23 and Deuteronomy 16. You see what's going on? He ordained a feast in the 8th month, on the 15th day of the month, like unto the feast, that is in Judah. And he offered upon the altar. So he got something to couple his own version. Okay, they got a feast, so we're gonna have a feast in the 8th month on the 15th day of the month. On the first month, I made on the 14th day of evening is what? Was Passover. So he got to have something to match that. On the 8th day, on the 8th month, on the 15th day of the month, it was a feast to the calf. Yeah. So did he in Bethel, sacrificing unto the calf that he had made, and he placed in Bethel the priests of the high places which he had made. All the guys that he made priests, he put them there. He said, so he offered upon the altar which he had made in Bethel, the 50th day of the 8th month, even in the month which he had devised of his own heart. He made this up with his own heart. He said, and ordained the feast unto the children of Israel, and he offered upon the altar and burnt incense. Tells you.
And behold, there came a man of God out of Judah by the word of the Lord. Unto Bethel and Jeroboam stood by the altar to burn incense.
He says, now while he up there, he burning that incense, the Most High sent a man of God. Sent the man of God to him. Sent the prophet to him. While he's right there offering. And he cried against the altar. You hear that? He cried against the altar. He prophesied against that altar.
And he cried against the altar in the word of the Lord, and said, O altar, altar, thus saith the Lord, behold.
He's talking to the altar. Because this is what's being used by Jeroboam. The sacrifice to the calf. So it's your own altar. Altar.
Behold, a child shall be born unto the house of David, Josiah by name, and upon thee shall he offer a priest. of the high place, and burn incense upon thee, and men's bones shall be burnt upon
He
thee.
said, look, altar, there shall come a seed out of David. Hang on. 100 years down the line, Josiah's gonna come. And remember, when Josiah became king, he did what? He cleaned up. He destroyed all the altars, all the groves, all the high places, all any place, anything, any images, like all that stuff. He destroyed that stuff. They said, when he come, you gonna still be around, altar. You know why? He still gonna be sacrificing. Josiah cleaned up Judah, then he went into Israel, cleaned that up too. So he said when he did that, he said these same guys, these same priests that Jeroboam made, Josiah is going to burn these guys on you. He said that men's bones shall be burnt upon thee, upon that altar. He said, and he gave a sign. He said to show you that this is a fact, okay? To show you that this is sanctioned by God, he said, this is the sign which the Lord has spoken. Behold, the altar shall be rent, and the ashes that are upon it shall be poured out. And it came to pass when King Jeroboam heard the saying of the man of God, which he had cried against the altar in Bethel, that he put forth his hand from the altar, saying, lay hold on him. He put his hand, he was doing the offering. He looked and he said, lay hold on him. He commanded them to lay hold on him, and his hand, which he put forth against him, dried up. His hand was stroke, dried up. It dried up on him. He said, so that he could not pull it in again to him. You can't put it back in. When you put it out for him, it dried up, it wrinkled up, it stayed that way. He couldn't bring it back to his side. He couldn't control it. It stayed that way, stiff, dried up and stiff. He said, the altar was also rent. The altar, all of a sudden, it's like it exploded or something. Because now, he said, the ashes poured out from the altar. Like wind just pushed everything out and messed all the altar got messed up. So like something came and just started kicking and dismantling, messed the altar up. He said, this is the sign. I told you this is the sign that this is going to go down with Josiah. The ashes is going to be poured out from the altar, according to the sign which the man of God had given by the word of the Lord. And the king answered and said unto the man of God, entreat now the faith of the Lord thy God, and pray for me that my hand may be restored me again. He turned around to the same one who he just said, lay hold on him, grab him up. He turned around to him and asked him to entreat now the face of the Lord God and pray for me. He asked him to pray for him. Ask God ask God to heal his hand. Restore my hand may be restored. He said, and the man of God besought the Lord, and the king's hand will restore to him again. And became as it was before. To restore. Pray for him. We prayed for him. And it went down.
You see the difference in people. Then
That's right.
now we don't pray for him.
Nah.
He said, to hell with you.
He said, nah, he was just gonna
You
do
was
it.
just going to do this to me. I ain't pray for you.
But he wasn't sent there for that. He's hiding in there. He's a servant of God.
You see the difference in people.
Right. He wants
That's
to
why
his
it
way.
makes us wicked.
Right.
Because you are wicked.
Right. Right.
That's what makes us wicked. And you don't have a chance to become better unless you acknowledge and admit that you are wicked.
Right.
You were just going to blast him, man.
He was gonna pass.
Then you turn around and say, yo, I pray for me, man. Today niggas don't do it. I'm going to pray for you, and you're going to do this to me. You hell with you.
Right. Right.
Okay? So look at yourself. Look at yourself, and you can definitely say, I am truly wicked. Yes, you are wicked. That's right. I don't want to wicked too, but guess what? I don't want to be that way, and I'm not going to be that way. And guess what? I am not that way. I'm not that way. Little people don't constrict themselves by the laws of God. Do it.
No.
You don't do it. And if you're wicked and you do that, that means that, yo, you want to get out of here. You don't want to be wicked. You want to be the way God wants you to be.
You don't want to be in that track.
And I don't want to be in that bracket. It's a hopeless thing, it's a hopeless scenario to die in that bracket. And God showed me what would happen to all who die in that bracket. It's not good. No good. Not good. So what the people don't believe, the people don't believe. Even the people that sit in the congregation, they don't believe. Because changes you that we've seen changes already.
Right.
You don't see no changes, which means that the people believe is like this. Tilt.
When
Tilt. We're not buried down on nothing. You don't believe it, because if you believe it, there will be changes already to do like this. And when the changes start up, you do like this. Level changes up.
Right.
So there is no change. So you don't believe it. Or you believe it vaguely. It's not good enough. You have to believe it 100, son. You believe 100, that's when the changes come immediately. You sacrifice yourself to make change. But that you don't see. You don't see that in this time. You only want to see that amongst the faithful. You know, you ain't got too many faithful people in the world today. You will call them on one hand. Like this.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah.
Next teacher teaching indeed. I see. Every time I have you. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah.
You do respect officers, brothers. So you come on 4,000,
Shalom, shalom, and power.
I don't see what's going on. What's going on? The people that rise, they would have been here. That ride, car, chariot, they would have been here. They're not here because there's no car to bring them. So I ain't supposed to stop them. And they're right there. Now you should stop them? Nope. Stop what? Right now, no some popping. Right now, everybody dressing the right way. Everybody dressed, and let them we should carry a lunch, carry sandwiches and whatnot. Put it down pocket and carry. We right here, we wait, we patient. I'm on the window man. I said, listen, as soon as you slack off, let me know. You know what you do, young?
Right.
I said, it's slack, and you start to slack off, let me know. Move now. I said, yeah, I'm gonna stop my children now. Yo, everybody slacking up. I said, slacking up, so let's move up. And then my wife, she was good then. She ain't no pain or bone. She walked good, she walked fast. I said, slack up. She said, yeah, everybody slack up. So let's move up. We did not move out. And we speed walk to up to a notion, right?
That's right.
Oh, we speed walk. When we get up there, we ended up coming back down again, but we did now. We get there. When we get there, go up in the camp, won't be sleeping. And it's time to start. So my family was the only one that should make it up there on time. We leave here from around what time? 8 something. Ain't that right?
That's right.
So we were just starting what's in the car. We starting at 9.
Right.
But right now, we can't start at 9. The people is bombs. Bombs. All y'all is talking about bombs, son. We can't start at 9. He said, damn, so early. Yeah, early, nigga. We can't start at 9. Want your bombs? Y'all can't serve God, man. We got up there before 9. We put up and said, yo, all these people sleep. Remember, Shabbat?
Right.
He said, yo, man, I ain't calling no names. I ain't calling no names. You won't come up in my face, nigga. Remember your past. Remember you drove you out your pit. Remember your past. None of y'all never drove me out your way. I say, it's time, man. I said, get up. But I said, hey, it's time, get up. Get up. I have to wake them up, you know?
That's right.
I have to wake them up, you know what we have to do? These niggas gonna take showers. They're gonna wash. They're not right now.
Yeah.
We have to wait till these Negroes wash, do what they have to do, and you're late. So guess what? As a result of that, today, they all eat pork, and they are all heathen. Yeah. One nigga, one piece of unleavened bread, one piece of unleavened bread, one Negro, yo, drama, yo,
Yeah.
don't crash out on me, son. Yeah. That's why God let me do that. God knows I can't see you. But if I never call your name, I would know you're crashing on me. Don't do that, son. Don't do that, man. Don't do that, man. I don't like that, man. I make me want to get dressed. I go over your mom. As your mom, me and nigga on this sleep. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do that, man. Man, don't do that, man. Don't do that, man. All them do is as a result of that. As a result of that, you know me? All them Jews that know you today, they are heathens. Every one of them. Even the one that won't come back and joke. Get out of my face, man. I lay you down, man. They're all heathens. You hear me? One guy showed up, one of them, yo, you know the bagel, right? They serve the street bagel with butter and whatnot. This Negro eating bagel says unleavened bread and he keeping Passover. Nigga, you eating bagel. That's how bugged out they are. God bugged all of them out. This house right now, my family, the only family right now, yeah, now it ain't broke. Because this is the only time we should get up and we should make it out there on time, son. Make it out there on time. Make it out there on time. When we get there, the rest of them sleep. Not this house. Never sleep. Never sleep. And making these holy convocations is very essential and important. This controls your brain waves, whether you go Looney Tunes or not. Most of them that joke and play around with the Shabbat, with the convocation, today they are Looney Tunes. Today they are Looney Tunes. Number 6, what I'm going to do? You ready? I'm going to freestyle right now, so you like that. I'm going to freestyle right now, and see what you got in the first.
1 Kings chapter 11.
What is it you read that?
Well,
You want to read that? You want to read it, right?
Yeah.
1 Kings 11.
Well, King Solomon loved many strange women.
It's about the king. Love many what?
Strange women.
Strange women. These are women that have no intention of doing the law that you live by. These are women that have no intention of listening to your God. They're strange and weird. Read.
Together with the daughter of Pharaoh.
Together with the daughters of Pharaoh. Read.
Women of Moabites.
Women of Moab.
Ammonites.
Ammonites.
Edomites.
Edomites.
Sidonians.
Sidonians.
And Hittites.
Hittites.
Of the nations concerning which the Lord
Of the
said,
nations concerning which the Lord said,
unto the children of Israel.
To the children of Israel. He said that too. To the children of Israel. Not to the whole world. He only gave these rules to the children of Israel. Now we do be honest.
Ye shall not go in to them, neither shall they come in unto you.
He said, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they what?
Come into you.
Come into you. And then don't go into the woman, and their men don't come into your woman.
For surely they will turn away your heart after their gods.
They will turn away your heart after their God. Or they turn away your heart. That's like fighting with you and arguing you. It's a time business, a time process. It takes time to do this. It's a time process. They turn away your heart. You say, well, I'm not going for this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. And I can't do that. And today, most of the people that fall in love and get their nose open are the men.
Right.
These are the weak, son. They are the ones falling in love and getting their nose open, and the woman standing up like the vanguard. She's standing up strong like the vanguard. And these men, getting weak, talking about love. They don't want to shut up with that love business, son. Let me hear you say you love God, monkey. Talking about you love her. To hell with that broad. To hell with her. Before you met her, what you think she was doing? Living in a convent? You think she was a convent? With Mother Teresa? No. She was a whore. Now you pick her up. Vic. Now you love. Now you in love with the whore.
See ya.
Well, we know by the rules that God gave us. The rules that God gave us. You know, just anytime a woman go out there and lay. She's lay. She's lay. Open her legs, a baby, and she's not married. No.
Mm-hmm.
And we know God said thou shalt go into her, and she shall be thy wife. But it's not that simple.
No.
You see, you go in the contract, man. It's a contract.
No.
Just wait to say, yeah, she's my wife. No. She has to agree. You're the only one talking about wife business, not she.
Sure.
Ask her. She said, well, my husband said, please. And the person that said, that thing is saying right there, they said, please. I said, oh, please. So, that marriage business is only in the mind of the man. You get bogged. That's how bogged up the men are today.
Mm-hmm.
Bogged. She ain't your wife. You ain't going to the contract. But you walk around talking about, it's my wife. My wife, I'm going to kill you, it's my wife.
Mm-hmm.
What? You ain't got none, boy. Wake up. And these niggas go around juicing themselves up on their wives, you know what I'm saying, son? I'm pumping out bastards. She was wife. She has to manage what she has married. Or even if there's a husband, she has not.
That's right.
Like my other wife, not this one here, my other wife, my son. We were going, but he said, no, I'm going to give it up in 2 weeks ago. She said, I'm not going nowhere. You hear me, John?
Right.
This is what she told me, you hear me? I am not going nowhere until she gave me a book and I said, until write this present portion. Is that real? She said, other than that, I'm not going nowhere. That's real. That's real. Now, these women today, they don't get done like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't get done like that. And if you're married, marriage is a mutual agreement.
That's right.
It's a mutual agreement. This ain't no gangster business here. Ain't no gangster business. You can't gangster the woman to be your wife.
Right.
This is a mutual agreement. You agree, and the woman got to agree.
Right.
Sure.
If she don't agree, it's out. That's why Milka called Rebecca. He said, Rebecca. He said, will you go with this man? Rebecca checked in. She said, I supposed to leave in there. He said, yeah, I'll go with him. I'll go with him and be a wife to his servant, something.
His father, his man.
To his master. Yeah, to his master. Be a wife to his master. And he said, yeah, I'll go with him. But he's a body gambler. That's what these people in the day. They walk around like that. Yo, you ain't got no wife. It's only in your head that they do it. Only in your bloody head. In your sick dwarf head. Where your brain is dwarf. Yeah. She has to agree, and you have to agree. It's a mutual agreement. Then when you agree, the next thing you do, you go on what? Contract. Their contract, they didn't need no written contract.
No.
Because their word was good as gold. They kept their word. As a man to the word and a woman to the word. Not today. There's too many games going on. I changed my mind. I don't like him no more.
I didn't say that.
I didn't say that to him. Goodness. What I meant was, it's too many games. So you need written contracts. Other than that, you need proof. So let us stop playing, my son. God, the world is full of games. They'll switch it up you in a minute, man. And then like they are playing in ancient time. They run them games today. They run them games same game in ancient time. They getting killed. Do better will get tight and he gonna kill you. He's gonna kill you.
That's a fact.
He's gonna kill you. You're playing too much. It's too many games. Yesterday you told me yes. Now you're coming to tell me no. Now you don't know. Who should be right?
That's a lot.
It's a mockery. It's mockery. It's mockery. That's why you see people today, they're going to the pit. Sons and daughters, they don't know what they're doing to their parents. They mock them. You went to the pit, man. God have mercy on your life. You're dead. You mock your father. You mock your mother. You're dead. Your children ain't going to be nothing. Well, you have your children and you don't mock them. That's not going for nothing. You mock your father. You mock your mother. Your children come out to be a friend. Or worse. Pedophilia. Why? Because he mocked the father. You mock your father. You mock your mother. Thank you.
Good.
Okay? Who does that? You know what I'm saying, son? They expect nothing good. If you're a mocker, you're mocking your father, you're mocking your mother.
And he had 700 wives, princesses.
Solomon, right?
Yeah.
All those women. 700 wives, we call them. Those are the only women in the book that I husband that were married, and they're called princesses. Women today are not no damn princesses. They're not princesses, they're scaveners. They're not no princesses. You know what made them princesses? They were the daughters of kings. They were the daughters of kings. That's all Solomon married. He didn't marry no bum broad, son. He didn't marry no bum. Picked up on the corner trying to get a piece of bread. He didn't marry no bum, son. All his wives were the daughters of kings. That's why they were princesses, right? That's what makes them princesses. So today, no woman yet, I'm going to she's a princess. What's a princess? Because God said to say that, you're backwards. What princess what? There ain't no princess. 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 They were the daughters of what, son? Kings. Like even Jezebel.
Yeah.
Jezebel was a stone cold princess.
Yeah.
She Natalia. These are princesses, man. Because they are the daughters of King of Pakistan, the king of the Zidonian. Iqbal, she was the Zidonian king. He ran stuff. That's right. That's why we should play out there. When the dog ate her up, and all that left was the palm of her hand, and the feet, and the skull. That's the Jehu. Jehu said, yo, he said, where you guys? They go bury her after all. She's the daughter of King's son. She's a king's daughter. Go bury her, said I. Well, yeah. But he was going to say, yo, ain't nothing to bury her, right? Just the palm of the hand, skull, and the feet. That's all it's there. ID, there's nothing to bury. Oh, Jezebel, daughter of the Zenobia. She's the daughter of the king. That's who Solomon married. That's who they married. And he's the only one out of wives that were called princes.
That's right.
Only Solomon. No other wives in there were called princes. No other wives. But today, when people are over princesses and men. No. They're very like-minded. But back then, the only princes in that book was Solomon's wife. Because he married princes. 700, right?
700 wives.
700 wives, 300 princes. There was the Zidonian. And they were princes. They were the daughters of kings. That's the only thing make a woman a princess.
Right.
A father has to be a king.
Yep.
Alright? And that's why Solomon married. Read my brother.
He had 700 wives,
700 wives.
princesses, and 300 concubines.
300 concubines. 300 was a concubine, 700 what? I call them wives princesses. A lot of women in that house. A lot of women. I show you right there that it wasn't all about sex. And he didn't come home tonight and see me. You come here, you come home and see me tonight. It wasn't about it. They're animals. They're worse than dogs, son. They're animals. I don't want you to get jacked up. They're animals. They're animals. And if you don't come home and check out and flip out and bend her neck backwards and break her back forward and bone her heart, no, she don't want you. You gotta be an animal. The woman's an animal. You got 700 wives. I don't even get it. I ain't never read nowhere where you got a complaint from one of them say you ain't home on time.
No. I don't know where he at.
I don't know where he at. He won't come home. He go marrying all these women. He go in here tonight and see me here. He gonna live with me tonight. I'm not having that. Never heard that. Because there was a different type of people. Different type of man. Different type of woman. Alright? Everything. Everything. Women today walk around with a flame between their legs. Yes, a flame. A flame that keeps them hot. Why do you think there's so many babies out of there? So many babies are where the daddies at. Where the damn daddies?
Where we from?
Broke up. Or maybe he was there and the pressure made him flee. That's why it's not good. You gotta watch yourself today. You know what I'm saying? You may pick up a nice girl and that's why you said, they didn't go by looks. Man, she's fine, man. She's pretty. That's all you hear today. She's pretty, she's fine. That don't mean nothing.
No.
She's pretty, she's fine, but she got the mind of a whore. So if that's the case, give me the one that is cockeyed. Yeah, give me the cockeyed one. Give me the cockeyed one that walks with her name. Nobody wants her, but she's lost. That's who I want. I don't want the pretty one. There's no loyalty in her. She's packing a lot of tricks and games.
Oh,
It's all about her.
yeah.
I don't want her. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. Read that.
Well, it came to pass when Solomon was old.
See? When he was old, that old, I read.
That his wives turned away his heart after other gods.
His wives split the heart out of God. His wives did it right along. Wives did that word flipping.
Real flipping.
Look at this flip Solomon. That flip Solomon, he a bad dude. Solomon's a bad dude. He bad dude. And the woman flipped him. Who flipped him?
His wives.
His wives. But we have to understand. I can understand he getting flipped. You see, it wasn't no one broad that flipped him from her too. You got 700 wives. It took 700 women to flip him. To flip him. It took 700 women to flip him. Today, that's a gang in it. You said a gang in it. Today, one woman flip you. You simple mind, simple thought. This one woman flip you. Not only one, she's a bum. She's a bum. You met her sleeping in a park bench. And now she's gonna flip you. So there's no comparison to Solomon. These Negroes today are bums. Anybody or anything will flip them, son. You hear me? No pressure at all. No pressure at all. He had 700 wives and 200, 300 concubines. 700 and 300 concubines. And the 700 wives, they were princes. Because they were the daughters of kings. That's why they were called princes. Okay, guys? Alright? Don't get this wrong. Your wife is not a princess. Your wife is not a princess. Your wife is not a princess. Because unless your father was a king. Other than that, most your wife will be today, you got it. And like, or like the woman in Shunem, a great woman. A great woman. She was a big woman, big statue. You know, like there's no princess, man. There's no king. The only one I said could be a princess is that one that getting married today in England.
Yeah.
What's your name? Who? She getting married today. She a princess. She a princess. Father and mom was the one coming to the land of kings and princess. Just that, I look at her as a princess. That's right. Well, not these women today. Number one, if you're a princess, you can't be broke. Anybody broke and be a princess. That's like a broke king. There's no such thing. So let's stop living a life of lies. We live off of lies. And we try off of lies. You know what I'm saying? And we love to bank on lies. That's why you would make up your mind up, oh yeah, I'm going to push you God. No, you're not pushing the God. Because you're lying too much. There's no truth in you. There's no truth in you. God hate liars. He hate liars, he hate thieves, and that like that.
Right. What came to pass when Solomon was old.
See, when Solomon was old, he get nothing to eat now. I give a shaya. I know. Life is not too good. You say, well, hey, but I know the position. I know the position that men assume when they're catching a dose. And the dose, you know how to do. I know the position. When I look and I see the position. I can't see your eyes. Well, that knows the position. So this guy, this nigga right here, just goes off. You know what I mean, Doctor?
Yeah, you call me.
I can't see the eyes,
Yeah.
but I know the position.
It's like that is.
Yes, sir. Nigga ain't gonna look at those like this here. Is it?
No.
You know, that's what you got. Tilt. Tilt. When I look at you, tilt. Watch it. Watch it.
Yeah.
Watch it. I don't see the crowd. I see nothing. See, those up.
I said, man, when you said that to me, I could cheat and see. I ain't playing. But that's the spirit part. So you can't go and tell me. I said, oh, I didn't know I'm sleeping. That right there is gonna take my money tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the tell. But like we say, the cock money.
Yeah.
The position you assume, I look at the position. You assume the position.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could perceive that.
Yeah.
That's why he said, your sight is not the principal thing, and health is not the principal thing. What is the principal thing? Wisdom. Wisdom. That's right. The principal thing. That's right.
Principal thing.
That's right. The prophet Daida, he knew that Jeroboam's wife was coming, and he blind. Wisdom.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like I know, these guys assume the position, but I can't see his face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get it together. Let's get it together. So this little rain right now, not supposed to stop the people from coming. Did he stop us, Naomi?
Nope.
Did he stop us, Shama?
No.
I ain't called Abraham. All the people say, well, he probably don't remember nothing. You remember?
He was young. He was there.
Okay. You was there, right? You remember, right? Did the rain stop or something? Right now I'm dressed, right on, son. Lunches in your pocket, facing the floor with, hey, put a man in the window. See, you were shot in the window. You were shot. I said, listen, man. I said, slack up. The rain don't have to stop. I said, slack. Let me know. My wife, she there ready. She there ready and waiting. She ain't talking about, no, I don't want to go and get winner. I don't want to go get I storm. I said, yo, man, you slacking up some, man. Slacking up some. I said, let's move on. I said, come on, baby. She said, well, come on, it's still raining. I don't know what. None of that. I said, come on, baby, let's dance. We moved up. And we rapid pace. We get to know you. Rapid pace to get to know you. That's why you see me at my house for right by here. It's my house where I used to be there. You guys here. You said that all the Most of the brothers, not most of the brothers, all of the brothers that used to be on Notion, because we had two camps on Notion. Notion on St. John, and the one on Notion on Prospect. You know what I mean? Don't know. All those dudes is out of their mind, they're out of their wits today. They're out of their wits. All of them. We are young, we don't know. Because we used to be here, we start, I don't know, we start teaching at 9 o'clock. Not 10:30 something. 9. And then I got up there before 9 to wake these Negroes up. They go and take shower, put on their clothes, then they come and we start. And to show you how early we used to get in every week. What? I prove myself to God, man. I prove myself to my God. There's nobody have to come and wake up and beat you with no damn stick. You know what I'm saying? Teaching starts at 9. I'm coming in here at 11 o'clock. You got your mind, man. I didn't rock like that. I didn't rock like that. That's why he says, I got my mind together. She got my mind together. All of us are doing that came over with me. They eating chicken, they eating turkey, they're dressing in the attire of the heathen, and they have skinny jeans, not only the skinny jeans, it's the skinny top too. I look at the tops and I'm like, the tops too. The tops look like a motorcycle top. I ain't lying, son. Like they drive a motorcycle. And then the walk changed. The walk. Try just to walk like the Negroes out there. You are the man, I see the now. Look, the people that walk like that, they're here now. I see how you walk, my nigga. I see you walk like the kneecap shot. Not even. Or maybe like the shoes is too tight for you. That's when they walk. And the shoes is too tight for them. So they come here. That's supposed to make you a killer. And when you look at their tops, the tops comes up to here, and it's close. Like he belongs to a motorcycle gang, the L Angel. That's what it says. Niggers are what? Clowns. All we do is follow. I don't follow nobody but in the middle. If I want to follow somebody, I'm following my shit. I swear to God, you ain't gonna never see me dressing like that. Never. Dressed like that, God show me what you do. That may be good and decent with you now. But there's a spot for all you funny dressing dudes. Because the ancient didn't dress like that. And God is just. He's not going to give you the same benefit, this ain't that right. He give the ancients that did his commandment, that sacrificed them and did his commandment, and dressed in the robe, they put the robe, and he said, oh, you put the robe in there, right? And then you're going to get the same benefit like that. You won't be just. So stop dreaming with God. Stop lying to yourself. You funny, you kinky, and you're dressed kinky. Because the way how you dress, your fashion is the same fashion of the faggots. So you have to tell me if you are fag or you straight. Because you got the same clothes on like that. Not me. Not me. Not me, sir. Not me. You got that? Yeah? You got that? Not me. Anything closer than that, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna. I don't do nothing. I'm gonna do is work hard and you took all in life, you know? Then you get to a point in life, and you're gonna flip. He flip. He flip. You just told me about one this morning. I said, oh man, but no, I don't know, Chief. So yo, Chief, I don't know, man. He flips, man. That's what happened after a while. Mistress. I ain't call her a girl. She's a mistress. Because she has much honor, that girl in there. I call her the mistress. When she gets ready to pop out, amen. Yeah. Is she popping out?
Oh, yeah. So close. So close.
I don't know, son. But there's nothing popping at me. There's nothing popping at me, from me to you all. Whatever quirks you all have, you adopted that as your own. Not from me. Not from me. I am not quick. And I'm not weird. You can't say you either like you ain't the father. Shut up. You ain't the father. I'm talking to my sons. When you go and you got your son, you take that to your son. I'm talking to my sons. This don't even correlate with you. I'm talking to my son. Whatever word is y'all got to you, whatever you like, you didn't get it to me. You adopted that from living among the Negroes, the Negroid people. You adopted your lifestyle and dress. Fashion. I didn't give you all fashion. No fashion. I didn't give you all no fashion. God didn't give us fashion. You know what I'm saying? He didn't give us fashion. He gave us straight garments. He said, put on your beautiful robes. I love it. He said, you love it. We said, we don't love it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But as you can see, we spent a mighty long time in Africa. Right. Too long. And we became highly tainted. Yeah. Highly tainted. We became tainted. 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 Mm. Real bad. To the point that the ones that got let go, whatever you are, got sodomized. They got sodomized, got boned. Tainted real bad. Never stayed in Africa. You know that, right? Tainted real bad. Tainted real bad.
Well, can it pass with someone who was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods?
Wives turned away his heart. You do what?
To turn away his heart after other gods.
After other gods. So your wife can't turn your heart away. All you got to do is marry a wife or other woman from a different nation. And she can turn your heart away. And she will do it in a way that you would even realize that she's doing it. Because they're smooth. They're like smoothies. Yeah. You know smoothies? You think y'all like to eat smoothies? They're just like smoothies. When smoothies going down your throat, you don't have to chew it. It's so smooth, it slides down.
Make it every day.
Smoothies.
Smooth.
Yes, and that's where she is. She's smooth.
Smooth.
Yes, sir. She be flipping you, flipping you. You know, they realize you getting flipped. Unless you're on point. You got to be truly, truly on point. So wait a minute, she's flipping you.
Yeah.
Yes, she's flipping you. Now you know she's flipping you because I am starting to accept things that I never accepted before.
That's
Right.
That's right.
She flipping me. So I'm turning to a piece now.
That's my mama couldn't get me like
Flipping,
that.
flipping. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And these things you have to be aware of. Other than that, she will flip you. The job will be over, will be done. The job is done. You just realize it. And you got flipped. Yo, I got one son. Out of all my sons, I got one. They hard. And I know ain't no woman for me. And yo, I tell you, son, I know none people me, son. He hard, man. He hard. Even his girls are. I think his girls. Listen to him. You ain't getting this. You ain't getting this. You ain't getting this. Read on this. Read on this.
That his wives turned away his heart after other gods. And his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God.
His heart turned away to go after what?
After other gods.
After other gods. Uh-huh.
And his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God.
And his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God. Whose heart was not perfect?
Solomon.
But before he had them broads, his heart was perfect. Before he got married to them princes, those daughters of kings, he was perfect, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see, the woman will make you unperfect. They will flip you like they do an ice cream cone. Oh yeah, they'll flip you and shake you. So you got an ice cream cone to come around, right? And you take that joker and you start licking it. But she lick it in the way that she wanted to be shaken. It's like, yeah. That gives you the point. That gives you the point. Then to make it smoother, it's like, you don't give the cone a different shape. That's where you get fit. That's where you get fit. See, back in ancient times, they didn't have things to make a man soft. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have ice cream cone, go like a cone, and for you to eat it, you have to lick it. They didn't have nothing back then for the ancients to lick. Nothing. All the things make it soft, huh? Lick it.
Chew that gum.
Lick it. Then you ain't satisfied, you want the whole corn in your mouth. You didn't get down like that, son. You didn't get down like that. That's why you see, you can't eat. You eat the ice cream cone, you eat an abomination. They didn't eat that. Anything that you eat, listen now, let me tell you something. I'm gonna open up your eyes and ears, man. Anything that we eat, that God didn't give to us in that book, is an abomination. You are eating abomination. I don't care if it's Doritos. I don't care if it's potato chips. I don't care if it's just crab. I don't care what it is. If he didn't give it to us in that book, talking about snacks. Snacks, you are eating abomination. And so will be your behavior. Your behavior and the way you think will be abominable. Because that's what you eat. And I know when I say this, I step on everybody in here. I step on everybody. Everybody. I step on everybody, including myself. Yes, I don't eat no crazy stuff or what. Hey, what that mess around that day? That ice. Ice. I said, yo, I'm walk, son. I'm not sleeping. I'm walk. I'm not gonna keep this on real life. Yes, you think you I know where I'm at. You ain't gonna tell me nothing. Nobody teach me nothing. God teach me. When I'm going wrong, God showed me. Anybody tell me I was eating abomination?
No.
Who said it? Who said it just now, man? Thank you. Yes, I see him, I said, okay, there he is a bomb. I'm dropping that too. I'm dropping that like. If you drop a step, you take the shoes off, you have shoes in your feet, and it's too tight, you hurt you like that, you take that off real quick, right? That's so fast you take that. So you can't tell me I'm going, you know that stuff. You know, go beat me. You. Damn, I'll beat myself. If you can't beat yourself, you're guilty. I'll beat myself. Read my brother. Read my brother.
Well, Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of the
See,
Zidonians.
Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of who?
Of the Zidonians.
After Zidonian. After Zidonian, that was Jezebel's father. That's where he came from, Zidonian. Ash. And that's where the Jews of God in Israel, Jezebel. That's why you see God tells not to marry into the strange woman. Don't go into the strange daughter. Well, God don't love us today. He don't care one iota about it. Because he cast us up into this foreign land, this foreign country. And as a result of that, our wives and our daughters' husbands are aliens and they are strangers and weird. Nothing about God is in them. Nothing. Nothing. Not even your father, nothing over. I was involved with godliness in me. So don't kid yourself. I was involved with godliness in me. So don't kid yourself, man. You better pump yourself up and get with this, what God is talking about. All you're doing, don't keep on living. All you're doing is living a life of lies. A fictitious life. A life of fiction. Because he said, which if a man do, he shall what? He shall live in them. That nigga said, when the sun go down, or maybe tomorrow, you may come out of this. You ain't gonna see me in this same robe, but you will see me in a robe. You think so? You're not gonna see me, tiny. You're not gonna see me, we would call it down and fit it. I go to the store to buy jeans, nice and blue jeans. The lady looking at me like this, she said, excuse me. I said, yes, ma'am. He said, sir, all we have here is skinny jeans. And I looked at her, I said, thank you very much. And I thought, you don't live with me right now. He said, oh, we practice skinny jeans. I'm looking for baggy jeans. I said, you're going to find that here. It's in all the stores, skinny jeans. So if you go to the store and buy your jeans, I know what you're wearing. I ain't gotta see, I know what you're wearing. You can talk with them lies you want to. You was raised on lies. You were educated on lies. So you want to keep talking on that lie, but that's your business and that's your life. I don't busy with it. I'm busy with what I wear. With what I wear and what my wife wears. That's it. I can't even stress myself and entertain myself with my son. That's what I do. Right. I can't. Abomination in my heart. Don't bring a damn abomination to me. Images. Alright? No images. No images. Even if you bring pork chop in here, that's an abomination in my heart. No. The abomination, yeah, pork chop. No, not pork chop. You come in here, I eat pork chop. The abomination is the images. The likenesses. The idols. When you come up in here with a pork chop in this pocket, that's pork chop on piece of I forgot the name. Pork chop in his pocket, wrapped up in a tissue, and he's in the back and eat it. Throw the bone in the garbage. He won't defile my house. No, he doesn't. And don't make my house abominable either. What make my house abominable are the images. The graven images and the likenesses. All those things are an abomination. Groves. All that. Altars. As an Israelite, We're not supposed to be buying no second-hand furniture. You buy second-hand furniture, second-hand bed, second-hand furniture, you gonna bought your house or Bahama. You see this right here? This will fit into an altar at no time. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Take the tablecloth, camera, this up here, let me tell you, put the image up here. When you stand past it, you flex. Stand past it, you flex. I lived in that world, man. I lived in that world. That's why I don't buy second-hand furniture. I don't buy nothing second-hand. Not even, okay. I don't even go to the thrift shop. I don't want nothing out the thrift shop. Those clothing in there, they're second-hand, and they have been using rituals. Rituals. I don't want nothing out the thrift shop. Using rituals. You have to watch what you eat. You may have no food. Things is bad. Things is really tight. You have to watch who you're going to ask for food. If you want to ask somebody for food, you better off going to ask an Israelite rather than going to the Salvation Army. All those fools in the Salvation Army, they are blessed and triple blessed by the idol. They're blessed in Jake's name, right? Jake's name, son. And when you eat it, that's what you're eating. Right now, if they have a plague hit the city, you hear me? Yeah. Everything cut off. No water, no food, no nothing going. Everything is done. The only thing that you have to eat is your own saliva and your own spit. You need to hold it. They ain't gonna hold it, son. I said, man, I keep talking, I don't know what he talking about. I'm going to the Red Cross. And go to the Red Cross and get your food to make naps to eat. Everything in the Red Cross, right? Everything in the Red Cross, everything in the church has been blessed in Jake's name. And when you eat it, you eat the food of strange God, and you condemn yourself. So anything like that go down, say a prayer, and get ready to die. Unless you involve you Red Cross. Because it's coming to that. It's going to come to that. But there is no food. There is no food. They're already going in that direction, you know that. That's why they have GMO. That's why they do all this thing to extend the extension of the food, to extend it more. But there is no food. There's too many people on the planet. God didn't intend for this to be like this. It's overpopulated. But these people, they go taking hormone shots. One woman pushing out 10 babies a litter. God didn't intend for that to go down like that. The most they had in those days were twins. Now women having litters. They take pills to have litters. Like puppies, man. Please, brother.
And Solomon did evil in the sight of the Lord, but went not fully after the Lord.
See? He did evil in the sight of the Lord and went not what?
Fully.
Fully.
After the Lord.
After the Lord. You have to go fully after the Lord. If you don't go fully after the Lord, you're doing evil. You're doing evil because you're presenting games to him. And he's not playing no game. If it's a game, he's the game master. You don't want no problem with it. So it's best for you to come straight up to him. You got problem with it.
Then Solomon did evil
after the Lord. So when you don't go fully after the Lord, you do what?
evil.
Practice evil. Because you didn't go evil, you didn't go fully after the Lord, so you're doing evil, so you're popping games. I'm telling you what, you ain't evil, nigga. You ain't evil. If you know this to the Lord, you know that to the Lord, you know that to the Lord. And you could do it. The only thing you take is a little sacrifice. And you won't do it because you're evil, man. You're evil. You're damn weird and stuff. You say, God, my sacred God, I Lord made a covenant with me by sacrifice. If you don't sacrifice and do this, you will never wait till things get easy and they get nice. And you do, then you can do it with ease. It ain't gonna never get nice and easy for you. It ain't gonna never get nice and easy for you. Because you ain't no good, man. You ain't no damn good. You gotta prove yourself to God. You gotta prove yourself to God, brother. Read.
Wherefore the Lord said unto Solomon, for as much as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my covenant and my statutes, which I commanded thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee and will give it to thee. Notwithstanding, in thy days I will not do it for David thy father's sake.
He said, I'm going to rend the kingdom, but in that day, he said, I'm not going to do that man, because of David. David is his man, his dog. You know what I'm saying? David, because of David. David was so good with God, man, that, David mentioned a man's wife, man, all right. Mentioned Uriah's wife. Had sex with her. That's the Solomon's mother. Then he killed Uriah. God looked at him and said, he's my dog. It's the only thing he'll do wrong in that. He said, Nate, man. Nate, the prophet. I said, listen, man. So, he gave the parable, but I don't remember the parable. The land. I don't remember that parable. The one thing I remember is this. The Lord said, thou shalt not die. You ain't gonna die, man. That's Jews. That's Jews. But David couldn't have got that juice in the most high, or he will backslide. He loved his Lord, man. You see all those songs in there, those songs. You can make those songs, David. Even he had one, everything is up. David, all them songs in there, David, man. And when they songs, they didn't sing 50 Cent, they didn't sing Jay-Z, they didn't sing Celia Cruz, they didn't sing salsa. When they sung songs with the words of David. Those songs, that's it. That's it. That's all they sung. Read, brother.
Notwithstanding, in thy days I will not do it for David thy father's sake, but I will rend it out of the hand of thy son. Howbeit, I will not rend away all the kingdom, but will give one tribe to thy son for David my son's sake. First Kings 11.
No, Go to 13.
13. Chapter 13.
The 13 would have made priest of the lowest of the people?
Yeah.
13, right?
Yep.
13.
Verse 33. After this thing, Jeroboam returned not from his evil way, but made again of the lowest of the people.
Jeroboam returned not from his evil way. You won't stop. You won't stop your evil way. You gotta stop. You see, God is first, not you. Rules and these expectations come first before you. Before your mother, before your wife, before your daughter that you worship in your much. Because today people worship their children. Your child don't have to die, you have a picture of it and put it up there. Your child alive and you worshiping it. You worshiping it. They didn't worship their kids like that. Read that.
Jeroboam returned not from his evil ways, but made again.
Not from his evil ways, on what?
But made again.
Or made again.
Of the lowest of the people.
Of the lowest of the people. You say he went to the lowest of the people. Scroungers, scavengers, the lowest, the worst of the people. And what he did with them?
And made the people priests of the high.
Made them priests. The lowest of the people. The scroungers, the scavengers. That's what we picked up and made priests. And today, what do you think the people do? They make them priests out the same thing. One dollar comes in the head. Got promoted to a priest. You got promoted to what? To a priest. You look at him, he weird though. He old fat. You got fat, brother.
He's fast.
Yeah, he's not fast, brother. His brother is a fast. You know what I'm saying? Aaron was the priest. Right or wrong?
Right.
Moses, Aaron's brother was Moses, right?
Right.
Moses wasn't no fast. So you can't be a priest. And your brother is a fast. This is what's going on today.
Oh, they play Russian roulette.
This is what's going on today. Come on. Here, check him out. Okay. His nails is done more prettier than my wife. Okay. Sarah nails can't touch the nigga nail. His nail is more dainty and fixed up more than my daughter's nail. That's the type of priest we have today. Kinky priests. Alright? Priests is that when you sit beside them, they get hand problems. You're gonna touch it. Touching what? Touching you. This is the type of men we have today. I'm not gonna back them up all day, everything is beautiful. There's a lot of weirdos. There's a lot of weirdos calling themselves Israel, son. There's a lot of weirdos. I mean real weirdos. And then guess what? It's these dudes. It's these dudes. These dudes. The first homosexual was a dude, not a woman. Dude. Men started this. Stop walking around here, but you think men started this. Only God knows what you got inside of you acting all hard. I know you're not hard, but if you're hard, you take heed to God's commandments. You respect everything God says. But anything you respect, you live by it. So do what up, man? You respect it, let's do it. All you need is two roads. One to wear on Shabbat, one to go to work in. You go to work, you throw it on, you go to work. You get to work, you go to your locker, you take it out, put it down. Well, you're gonna do your work. When you do your work, you go back to your locker, you put back on, you get up your work clothes, put back on your robe, and you come home. That's what you do, man. If you separate, man. I said, well, but not that something about moving. No. I don't want you into that excuse. Because I had a government job before. Trucks and all that. And you just gotta make sure you get there early enough. Early enough. And I got one son, he get this job all early. If you get there so early, when you get there so early, you can lay him and go and catch him a nap. So the nap you catch him, you can come out your stuff there and come out your road and put it in your car or in a bag if you got it, no closet. You find somewhere to put it. If you want to do it, man, if you want to do it, you will make a way and stop making excuses. Alright? Nothing, man. So I don't listen to it. Because I'm a liar. And so God said, oh thou. He said, oh thou. He never excuse for one. I mean, so you don't accept excuses. I don't accept it either because he's a damn liar. Whatever you want to get off, you can get it off. Alright? So let's stop it. Just stop it. A team of liars, and that's my household, son. My household, yes, bunch of damn liars. Because if you want to do it, you will get it off. You think that's not what I think. Listen, man. I'm in trouble with God. I have to do His commandments to try and peace. How could I get this off? I sat down and started thinking. You do the same thing. You do that to get your wickedness off. You do that to get your wickedness off. You're gonna rob somebody, you're gonna set somebody up, you sit down and do that to get it off. So why you can't do that to get off the commandments of the living God? Let us stop playing, yo. Let us stop playing. I don't even want to hear the games, son. Because I know games when I see it, son. Okay, don't take you 6 years or 6 months. to promote a damn thing. Nigga, you get money every week. Some get every week, some get every 2 weeks. So stop your lies. Hijo de perra. Hijo de perra. I don't like liars, man. It's treacherous. God don't like it either. I don't like it either. You're a damn liar. So I'm gonna give you. You could have been at a conference if you wanted. You could have been at a robe if you wanted. You don't want it, man. You don't want it. You ought to wear skinny jeans and skinny tops. Like them fags. Dressing in I tell y'all, with that damn fag.